can't wait.
So, welcome back, everyone, to session 23. The first session of 2022.
Almost missed it.
Damn, that was a miscalculation.
Oversight,
Yeah. Oh well.
Almost got killed. Okay, this is going to be session 22-2.
22.
Yes, part 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
There's already been a part 2.
Get you back. This is the opportunity. So we'll do a quick recap because it's been a few weeks since we played D&D, and I'm pretty sure we all forget how to play. So, in crossing the King's Bridge at last to the other side of the Tolgo River, you guys journeyed into new lands and into Swamp Town, where you met a woman named Ursela. Timdell and Davina found yourself captured by said Ursela and offered opportunities to make deals with her, both of which were rejected by you. But she told you that she would be watching, nonetheless, and that if you ever changed your mind, you knew where to find her. The rest of you, worried, of course, that Timdell and Davina were missing, made your way to Swamp Town and discovered some interesting truths of the local populace, and that they all had their deals with Ursela, some with consequences, so it seemed, from at least surface-level values. Eventually, though, you managed to reunite with Timdell and Davina and met back up at Swamp Town and considered your next moves, considering that a bargain was recently made with Valtrina and Franzano, agreeing to allow you to live until the end of the month if you were to at least recover Gaius from his imprisonment at Castle Avondale and bring him to Valtrina and Franzano for questioning. That being the case, you are also very aware that Kushagra and Usk are still wanted by the nation, so as far as you're aware, and with heading to Castle Avondale, that is a consideration that is posing an imminent threat, I suppose, upon your mind at bare minimum. But as you awake in the gloomy, musty, stinky, wet Swamp Town.
It's just a description of Usk.
This is attacking those credits.
It's for a town.
Personally attack.
What would you guys like to do?
I feel like we should get the hell out of here.
I agree.
Smells good.
At least we have a house.
It is a shabbily house, the best.
It's a fixer-upper.
Lots more.
Why don't you put your carpet up on the wall? And...
Listen here, just put millions in it. It's not a carpet, it's a beautiful tapestry.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see. You'll all see.
Oh, maybe you should go sell it to the Duke.
You know, the Count might actually find us, but he doesn't have any money.
Oh, he please, yeah.
You've got large rocks.
I do not want to sell this beautiful piece for a bunch of bloody stones. That's all.
That's probably what you're gonna get, though.
Listen, if I can get 2 silver pieces, and perhaps a copper, maybe I'll think of it.
I'll give you 3 silver for it.
No, fuck you. Not helping our overall wealth. We'll hold merit this way. Let's say I'm lugging this massive fucking thing. Like, trying to bend it.
Did you bring it out?
This is a piece of art. Look at this thing.
It is beautiful. It's well made. Just not a little dirty.
That adds to the story.
So, what's the plan then?
Beeline it to Avondale and see what looks like to know. To look on and see if our friends here are wanted, like we see who's there. Perhaps word's not gone this far.
You'll have about
About a day's journey.
a day's journey until we get to Castle Avondale.
Reading your mind then?
While they're kind of, talking amongst themselves, I'm going to take the blanket that's in my pack and kind of make it look like a little pouch, and I'm gonna use one of my infusions to make it a bag of holding.
Oh, nice.
Right.
I'm just looking at what we're gonna be doing. I'm not really sure, but I just know that a cap of water breathing is not really gonna help us, and that was my current infusion. So
Yep.
I'll switch it out for that right now.
You got it.
Yeah.
That is fair.
I'll have to find the other leaves.
So yeah, that's my thing right now.
So my point being is that we're probably going to have to camp out before we hit Castle Avondale or arrive very late in the night.
Yes.
What do you think? Well, should we try to procure some sort of protection from the jungles so that we don't?
Well, it should be just a straight road. I wouldn't just going through the thick.
I mean,
Oh, well, we camp.
either we camp out before, just before reaching the castle, or we arrive very late in the night. We don't know how well that will go.
Yeah.
You'll also need to plan on getting into the castle.
Exactly.
Well, we got through the bridge.
We did.
Same
The
way?
bridge is a little bit different than a bloody castle. I feel if we must, we could perhaps write letters of merit that we are all merchants.
Don't worry, my makeup skills will get us all.
I know you have exquisite makeup skills there, Davina.
Regardless, we should get going. They
We should-
probably don't have much in the way of supplies here in Small Town.
No, they seem to be kind of bare minimum.
Yes, I agree.
And even if they did, I don't want them.
No!
This is more.
The place is a snooze. I shouldn't leave the place.
As an appropriate morning yawn.
All right, let's be on our way then.
I hop in the cart.
Sending him away.
Are you in the cart or driving the cart?
Oh no, I'm in the cart.
I guess I'll drive the cart.
Yes.
I was about to like reading the
Wise. Who's the learned?
I guess we should. I gotta feed Aga first.
It's good. Oh, well.
I goes and grabs some of the feed from the.
barrels into it.
Yeah.
I put my bag of holding on a stick and I hold it over my shoulder like a little hobo.
I guess that keeps us on our feet then.
Yeah, the three of us.
Yep. All right.
And your bear, you're driving?
Yeah.
After, of course,
Well,
take 10 minutes or so to feed the horse.
Yeah.
So, as you guys gather up your things, place yourselves amongst the cart. Again, you can probably, I think 2 or 3 of you guys can sit, and the rest, like, driver, seating. The rest of you guys have to walk.
I will be.
So one more person can sit in a cart, is what I'm saying.
We have 3 already.
Oh, should I be utilizing
My apologies.
Archie, my Archimedes, to scout ahead in case we run into any trouble along the path?
We might as well.
Good idea. All right. Well, I guess I need to be on the cart then.
Well, you gotta tell Davina and Luce that they have the sit. Unless you want to drive. But
He can't drive while he's.
oh, so do you want to tell Davina and Luce that they have to walk?
We have rope.
I prefer not to be dragged by my.
We could
My
tie
feet.
him to the side of the cart.
Ooh.
Tie him to the wheel. I do not like this idea. I think I get rather seasick. Davina, would you be an honor? And perhaps dirty your beautiful silken gown and walk the way.
Or you can drive and I'll walk.
Asking a lady what you want. I
I'll
will drive.
I'll walk.
And I'm like, meanwhile, not even warging. I'm like, oh yes, it's clear.
So,
You birds.
so Davina driving, Lucian using the owl, and Usk reading. Okay. The rest of you guys are just walking alongside.
Yeah.
No problem. So, as you guys begin to make your way out and down the slope, heading south, the road you came in. The road will be boggy a little bit, so I'll need an animal handling check from you, Davina. And if you want to be perceiving through the Archimedes,
That'll be warging.
use his perception, which is advantage because he's an owl, right?
Yes.
To see if there's any trouble along the road.
30.
Nice. Very good.
Remember, oh my goodness.
Okay, good. That was a good roll to come back to.
Yeah.
Good roll to come back to.
Yeah. Next roll,
19.
20.
Oh, God.
It's all downhill from here.
2022, baby!
Yeah,
We
that's
didn't
okay.
even get
I mean, it started off high, so she's about 2 hours. So, about, I mean, that was a good roll. So, an hour or so from Swamp Town to the intersection. Okay. So, you guys begin to make your way down the trail through the swamp.
Let's not talk to anybody on our way out. for while we're
Okay.
traveling.
So as you continue on, about half an hour or so, you find yourselves having to go around certain sections of the road that are a little bit bogged down. You kind of, use the momentum to carry you through certain sections. Argus seems a lot more confident on this walk, it seems. You do pass by, eventually, the corpses of the 2 trolls that you slayed. They've been picked at. There's a lot of bugs, bugging around. They're quite disgusting looking already. As you kind of pass by, they're, steaming and smoldering.
Got the hots right.
We got a heart.
The other was too far deteriorated. This will serve as a warning for any newcomers to try to go into Ursela's town.
Maybe a sign that says "Avoid crazy bitch."
Well, she will probably sign.
And now you guys have, let's see, 3, sorry, 1, 6 miles an hour. So you got about 6 or so hours to the castle.
Solid
of travel. So is there anything you guys would like to be doing in that time?
I can't do anything.
Reading, okay.
I'll be using my OV owl vision. OV's up. Yeah.
You're using it the whole
Take
time?
the hour. That's good.
I yell back at Usk to make sure that Lucian doesn't fall asleep.
Or fall off the cart.
He does not hear any of this. He's just seeing through the eyes of the owl right now, looking at the road, and the path ahead seems clear thus far.
Trying to help the party. I don't think about dropping my ass off.
I'd just like to take a little bit of dirt, just kind of flick a little bit of dirt onto his face every now and then.
I feel it.
I know,
I'm being attacked.
no, not a handful, just enough that it's
Wakes up out.
Oh, it's got a bug on his face.
It's up, it's up. Please get it.
Don't want to be poisoned by any mosquitoes.
Gentle, just as scaly.
Wearing my
So gentle, thank you.
This is the way I so weird.
No, I'm just gonna be walking with little dude. I am the littlest hobo.
The dog.
This is a dog.
It could be. Give me the time to do this shit. Yeah, I don't.
I don't want to be a wolf forever. I don't trust the party.
I don't. No, I'm not sure I do.
They'll just leave me as a wolf.
Who's my
Leave before we make
look, a pet wolf.
Hey, that might get us in.
Let's protect him at all costs.
So as you're traveling,
Raging, I don't know.
I'll need one more perception from you, Mr. Lucian, as you're looking along the path.
Oh, yes.
And since you're on a road at this point, there'll be no need.
21.
Nice. Very good. So the hours do continue on. 2, 3. Is there anything you guys need to discuss? We've got plenty of road
I'm
time.
just thinking.
Before you get to the castle, I mean.
Do we want to talk about how we're gonna tackle getting in?
Maybe we should talk about getting into the castle. Yeah, he doesn't know how loud it is.
Can we put a muzzle on him?
I can make one.
I figured only we'll see. It'll really depend on how much of a hold the nation has on this little village around the castle.
Notice signs on the way to the castle.
Roll a perception check as you
I'm confident that we can bullshit our way
Word
through.
might not have spread to here yet. It's only been a week.
Yeah.
We can have.
That's true.
I mean, you pulled off that elder
9?
I
Pretty
look
well.
very different without teeth.
Wow.
Her boss is higher than that.
Yeah.
By a lot.
Yeah, you don't care. Possibly, but you
Do I see any
didn't
signs?
seem to notice. Maybe you were looking so hard for them that you looked past them if they were there.
Or I purposely looked past
For
them.
a purpose.
Wow, where?
Yeah,
That's
that's
what the word.
kind of a bad roll.
And I think we might be able to bullshit our way through and make it seem like Usk is just another
Slave.
I'm not going to use the word.
All I could do is makeup again.
No. Maybe we should put Usk in makeup. should slit your throat. What's that?
I keep just placing leaves in his hair. just gently to try
In the
so that he
dreadlocks?
doesn't notice. Yeah.
It's like when Joey's stuck in the door.
I thought you the turkey, right?
Yeah.
To the door.
They're putting stuff in his pants.
Fine.
It's not that I'm keen on the idea or if I think it'll help or not, but my dad is in there. So that may be something we can use to our advantage if perhaps he is on their side. The nation, I mean.
Is he gonna? Will he help?
I don't know.
Well, how are we getting these two in?
I mean, just bullshitting our way through is my suggestion. But that's my suggestion for everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I
It's like,
can't see the
who's hits, you drink, I bullshit.
And I know this.
There might be ways
Yeah.
into a castle is quite large. There might be other ways into a
Yeah,
castle.
we do recon work.
I think we might require a slow approach to the castle, and in that we should try to mingle with the locals as much as possible. The farthest away from the castle first, and slowly work our way in.
Try to stay together as well.
We'll have a story we should come up with while we're on the road that we can all stick to, so that if anybody meets more than one of us, they don't find any discrepancies.
I mean, the traveling merchant seems to be fit what we're carrying.
What are we carrying?
I mean, we have a cart and we have.
Davina, who is obviously a noble, you're bringing me back to the castle.
Let's not discount any ideas right now.
Crickets.
Just gotta give like my heart a little
We could be in the town picking up more supplies to bring back.
What kind of supplies?
But what does Ailstorm Industries thrive in?
Boy, I wonder.
As a trusted member of Ailstorm Industries, how do you feel that our products are?
He doesn't believe in the product. I don't believe in free trade.
I take it.
You run. free trade.
Your life. I give you your life. You give me your stuff.
Your thing. Free trade.
I'm getting a
You did, I know.
perception.
Yeah. And I'll be going until like we get into the thick of the swamp, and then I'll be back to sort of purple stuff.
So we could go with Davina being a noble born. However, if there are any elves, they know they would recognize you as a most likely, right?
Neat.
And we do know there are at least several elves with the
I'm a
Avendalians.
master makeup artist.
No, concealer.
Look at his eye, it looks so real.
It's a googly.
That's right.
It's not there anymore, is it?
No, he washed it out.
It's just a smear.
Like covered in mud and
No, it's like with the black mark, and I'm like,
Can't see it anymore.
So
You made it a whiteout.
let's try to lean into this story and come up with a plausible explanation as to why we would be together. So Davina, the noble, perhaps the backer, the investor for this operation. We have
give me all your juice.
the muscle and the hired help, as it were.
Perhaps she is so pale because she does not see a worker's day. She's always in the shade.
We also don't have to know each other while we are infiltrating this town.
This is true.
There are apparently, I have heard from, I don't remember who said it, last session, who said that Who asked if I was from the Shadow Woods last time?
It was one of the people in Swamp Town.
Right, okay.
They mentioned.
I think it was the dwarf.
Yeah, he mentioned it was, nice to see another tabaxi
The mayor.
in the Shadow Woods or whatever.
My mare.
The man.
I don't really know much about the Shadow Woods, but there are rare enough tabaxi in Heart of Mora that I might be able to get away with being an old hermit from the Shadow Woods who's made his way down. Is just a traveling vagrant, peddling his art of what?
Davina.
I was thinking of being more on my own for the infiltration, less attached to the.
I think the idea of you being away from a large lizard folk might be an idea. Could very well be. Someone could go as your personal companion.
Sure, that would work. Yes.
It's a bad idea. Never split the party, as it were. But at least no one goes alone.
Maybe I met up with these traveling merchants, and an old man needs protection. Well then, who will be my companion? My traveling vagrant who has some sort of art that they can maybe sell along the way.
Oh, hey! I bet that's not perfectly. With my art and my tapestry.
So where did you come from on the Heart of Mora?
Oh, I've merely been traveling in research. I happen to find upon this lovely, beautiful piece of art that I'm inquiring about its worth. Came here from First Fireport.
And why did you take interest with an old card reader?
It's a man who acknowledges art for what it is. It's a expression of emotion, beauty.
It's good work.
Plus, I owe you a debt. You beat me in a game of cards.
It's not that kind of cards.
Well, perhaps you gave me a fortune. Fortune told. That should, it could be bogus. Could not.
What if I swindled you?
Precisely.
And if I told you that a great fortune lie in a future where you helped an old man
Precisely.
to Castle Avondale?
Exactly.
That's good work.
That's good work.
What do you think, Timdell? Would you rather go with the merchants, or what do you think?
What are you doing?
I guess I'm the muscle.
I guess it makes more sense for me to be too.
The second strongest member of my party.
No, maybe you
Actually, yeah.
Maybe we'll
Never lift a finger.
Maybe we'll.
Beefcake.
You guys can do. Me and Davina could go around, kind of bullshitting our way through, and possibly seeing throughout the. See if we can get our way into the castle.
I feel of the six of us, you two are the best bullshitters.
We should be trying to find people who work for the nation, not necessarily members of the nation, but people who cooks, cleaners, the people who are able to pass by unnoticed in and out of the castle. They will tell. Usually, a castle this large and old will have nooks and crannies that people who've been there for years will know. But the
People
average
that
person,
want to take a little break without people seeing them.
exactly. So this is what I think we should
So
focus
you're
on.
asking potentially the loyalists of this country to see if there's sneaky ways to enter the country.
It's all about who you ask.
True.
Technically, we only need to sneak in 2 people. If you
We don't, potentially we don't have to sneak in anyone.
This is also true, but information is our
I
greatest
feel
asset.
like there's a good way to go and assess and see if there are rumors of people being snuck in.
Direct questions are our enemy.
Yes.
The more that we think that people are telling us of their own volition,
Mhm.
the better.
I agree.
Uno's suggestion.
Not yet.
Not yet. Nay.
I usually use.
Well, we can find a tavern and get somebody.
I don't know if there's many taverns outside the keep.
Famished.
What would there
So,
It looks like there's a fairly decently sized town on this map.
Yes. Oh, you're right.
Almost definitely a tavern
be?
outside.
So if we get a
Outside
tavern,
of the wall.
we might be able to find or get somebody drunk and loose lips.
They sink ships.
No dragons.
Yes.
Also that. Also dragons sink ships. Yes. Right? Yes. Very logical of you to think that. Thought you would appreciate the words. But
so traveling merchants,
yes. For yourself.
and well, you're traveling with us.
I am but an old man.
I feel to split the two faces that are desired within this country.
We're going to enter the city together, though.
I don't know if we should. If at least a couple people, separate us, perhaps 20 feet, but fairly close. I mean, if there's a lineup, a queue for people entering the bloody keep, potentially you will go first, and then, 20 odd people back, we will come in.
And what is it that we sell?
Rotten Mandango.
My inventions?
From
That might,
Mandango.
that also,
manufacturer.
that also might be a way to
material.
get into possibly Sea of Fallen.
Trouble heart, horse food.
I mean, I don't. I feel like it's not.
Tinker for sale.
To keep it in
And a bag of
perspective.
Do you have?
no air, huh?
What do you want to keep? What do you want to keep it in?
Troll heart.
Do you want to keep old Cruel 10 in there too?
Extra dimensional space.
No air.
You should try and make one of those shrunken heads.
Is there anything else? Should I be leaving this open for anything?
I don't have anything.
There's
Do we
nothing.
have anything incriminating?
Yeah, incriminating things.
Incriminating things should go to
Let me think.
things with a magical aura.
Bloody sword.
Magical or anything with a
My
magical
sword,
aura
you mean?
might need to go in.
This one?
Ah, right. Some of that one I forgot.
Here we go.
That comes out.
What is your suggestion?
Slay them all.
I knew it. It said kill. It did. I suggested use force.
I mean,
Fire.
that is something that might happen,
No.
but not something that we want to happen.
We can believe in Trump.
I know. Maybe later.
Maybe say goodbye to the sword for a minute. I don't think he's saying the world's smartest things.
I think that's a good idea forever.
House cleaning.
See what you got.
Yeah, well, I've got these box manacles from when I was arrested by the. And I should probably get rid of those.
Probably should get
Can
rid
you
of
use some scrap metal.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
You know? I'm a bit of these. Also, I'm still wearing the fine clothes I found in the crypt. I'm going to change out of those and into the rags of the fine clothes that I had from.
Yeah, burnt.
There were several occasions where I ruined a pair of clothing.
So
So,
battle worn immediately.
yeah, so I'm changing out of that.
So do you want to give me one of the sending stones, you four, and then me and Davina will go towards the tavern?
I don't have any. I
Oh.
didn't make any sending stones.
Oh.
Hobo.
I'm on hobo Timdell right now.
I am still able to communicate within a mile. I know this town's probably 7 miles long or something.
In case the
We do have a
gods
scroll of sight.
search your
Worst case scenario,
there's
yes.
things in there as
Yeah, I'm also
Like
unequipping
bonus.
my leather armor, just so that I look more like an older man who doesn't
Taking off your leather armor?
Yeah.
So you guys probably stop to do this change up at some point on the road, I would imagine.
Well, how far out are we? Are we like halfway?
For now, you would have definitely gotten to the intersection, and for the sake of it, I'll say, yeah, you probably have another 2 or 3 hours. Or,
Yeah, I'll just empty my pack and
So halfway.
bag.
It's like noon.
Mine, no, not like that.
About noon
Because
right
there's a
now.
lot of gunpowder in there. So,
A little friction.
I'm gonna throw in some of my metal scraps and the mandango and potion of healing and none of the bombs, none of the poison mushrooms. I'll throw some poison mushrooms in there.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Oh, my anti-shots.
I should probably.
Oh, then we have cool heads.
Oh yeah, it's going in the bag.
Okay, cool heads in the bag.
Why?
I'm uncomfortable. Yeah, continue.
Trophy.
When you're not looking, like turn around, like gathering stuff in your bag, he's like, you're gonna pull that and be like,
Does anybody else not put anything in the bag holding?
I actually don't have anything incriminating on me.
Not even incriminating, just stuff.
I want to put my spell book in there so that they can't take it from me again.
That's a good idea.
Unless they take my back off.
Oh no! Oh, look at my stuff!
What's in here? Elephant.
I'd like to.
I can't, but that's the thing. And I can't
That's why
do that.
I'd like to put my weapons in there
and you can just pull out some sample shit.
because it's my weapon. So I'll take my 10 daggers and a short bow with 17.
Okay, I should really write down
I can also just mark off that it's in the bag of holding so that you don't have
There's
to
a lot of stuff that's in there too.
Yeah.
Like an little asterisk or something, whatever you
Davina's just putting yourself to work.
Bag o holding. Bag of
No, it's in
Bag
bag
of
of
house. Damn it. It already has an accurate. Just put
spell book.
Cool head.
They also have the Abigail spell book. I don't know if we should
Oh,
start a blast.
Yeah, that should probably not be on you.
Be on my person.
Considering if they left, if they
no
give those to
Yeah.
to the dead.
Yes.
my old leather armor.
I will keep.
I'm putting the book in.
Oh,
I'm taking the book in.
actually, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I can. Yeah, I'm returning the Abigail spell book to its rightful source.
So do you want to keep it there?
I will keep it.
So you're just like an adventurer then?
Seeking
You
knowledge.
found it alongside the tapestry, which you're looking to sell.
Yeah, exactly. Precisely.
Roll heart.
I figured this would be a great place to get it praised.
What are you going to do if you need to use a spell?
And use all my cantrips if need be.
It's only a
Mandango.
-1 without my leather armor.
Metal scraps.
Yeah, that's
11 plus dex. Yeah.
So worst case scenario, if me and Davina get into trouble, we have a
But yeah, so it's
roll of sending. Worst case scenario, if you need us, look in the tavern.
you guys have the scroll.
Meet at the tavern if we get sent.
No, she used it last time.
No, I used it.
And she used
She
her.
did too.
You only had two.
You only had 2.
What did you use it
Alright.
for?
Talk to him.
Contact us.
Oh,
Because then he got more from his brother or sister.
Family.
I forgot.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I was on the receiving end of sending that.
Yeah.
There we go.
Which
Both times.
I don't think anyone knew that happened other than you, because you were like,
No, I did. I
so you mentioned it was.
At least it was me and you. At least me and you.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's
I might have been horny for a brazier.
But it's something. That's something that you would have.
Rage, my mistake.
That's something that you would
Horny for
have
a
communicated.
Party fell.
Even if you didn't communicate, that's something that you would have communicated.
I'm pretty sure I did. I remember
Yeah.
saying like, "Oh, it's my family. They're trying to come and get me. Don't worry about it.
It's
They're on the way to the heart."
We'll worry about that later.
Yeah.
Hopefully, none of them have teleportation.
Well,
Fuck the not
what
those
else
ones.
is in
Not
here?
those ones.
Your daggers and what else?
Yeah, I have it marked down just in case. I just put in my short bow with ammunition, my leather armor, and my daggers. So the rest, pretty much everything else, you can explain away as being traveling equipment.
Exactly. Yeah.
The weapons and armor is like that's a
Rules
little
head control,
adventure.
right?
Well, no,
They're at the bottom.
but that's why all that I have on me is
Yeah. Yeah.
an old man's rags and an old man's playing cards.
With pictures of.
I mean, tarot cards were
Traveling
used as playing cards, I'm pretty sure.
traveling merchants.
Got me.
Yes.
So you're gonna say something different before you said playing.
We are just. I was.
Well, I figured you guys are
We're a
traveling.
little.
You guys are,
Traveling companions.
and then me and Davina are by ourselves. Wasn't that the plan?
I think it's the four of you all together.
Do you want to do 2, 2, and 2?
You could, yeah, that would make more sense actually. You are a inventor.
Inventor with your brute.
Real Ferrator moment here.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
And you are traveling nobility
Someone's
with
gonna
your
lift
entertainment.
I'm just looking for stuff.
Yeah.
And
I'm,
protect it.
Jester.
I'm her personal entertainment.
and
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
that's short.
The evening's
I've been
entertainment.
watching out too.
In and outside.
And you are the young man seeing that this old man does not get jumped along the road.
Precisely. And it jumps because you foretold that great fortune lies away. Lies ahead.
I'm gonna tell everyone that you're a fucking idiot. This kid will believe anything.
No,
I'll say this
no
one.
deception roll check necessary. Don't worry.
Don't even bother.
That's all true.
It's only mostly true.
Yeah.
What are we selling?
Your character's very smart.
Oh, what is
There.
You're a high bird.
Amazing
I am
from inside.
your servant.
And I just want to go learn from him.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah,
perfect.
easy.
I'm also going to
So
And
they don't talk.
It's me
guys get on and make myself
possibly
not look as
to find out
pale.
how to get inside.
This is a very easy.
All right, tell them.
The low class
No, exactly. Don't have
The
to
low
look
class
at the card
speak to
if you
you.
don't have
They
to.
speak to your tongue.
Can we all agree, though, that for at least today and tomorrow, we're not trying to go up, knock on the door, and get into the castle? We are doing recon,
I agree.
Yes.
and then once we get back together at the tavern, that's when we will decide on our plan.
You can stay with an eye shot, and that way you can potentially link.
Eye shop.
I will
Why would
You don't need the sending
I will
stone.
communicate with the two of you so that
But I feel like if there is a possible chance, like a small window of getting into the castle, we should probably take it.
it depends on how good it is, but
Like it's one of those things where, like, if for some reason we get invited into the castle, we should probably take it just to not blow the cover.
that is, well, yes, that in that case that might be wise, but you should still try to
Oh,
leave a message of some kind. Make sure that it's
Yeah.
known where you're going,
Yes.
because once you go behind those walls, we might never see you again. The last time I went behind the walls of
If you
the
look-
castle of Avondale, things didn't end well.
Flashbacks.
Lucian Barrett can talk back to you, correct?
I think so.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
both,
they
it's
can.
both ways.
It's a
Sorry.
telepathic link, I believe. I'll
Yeah.
check it.
Can they talk back to you without you having, like, can they just
just
unpromptedly?
telepathic.
All
You know what I
mine.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Within
for
a mile.
D4 hours.
Okay, cool, great.
Motherfucker.
Cool. Yeah.
So we'll do that before we
Yeah.
get into the city, before we split off.
It only lasted a couple hours, so
That's we do it as late as possible.
we do
So
it as late as possible, and then once
Pardon me.
once
The
we
rain is
finished our
sick.
short little recon period, we are all looking for a place to stay for the night. We have recently come into town. We'll probably end up at the same tavern.
Hello, Money Penny.
If we don't, we end up at the tavern anyway to reconvene.
Hello, operator.
If you end up in the tavern and we're not there, I'll make sure to leave a message for
With the bartender, with
if the link's down. I'll make sure to leave a message with the bartender.
do you have any
It's all getting
chalk?
Chalk?
Super elaborate
good
drawing.
messy.
Charlie Day and
Always
Does anybody have
happens.
any chalk? There's an old trick from the Thieves Guild.
Well, you have some ink, don't you?
wait, I have an herbalism kit. Would there be something in there?
The smallest.
Wouldn't be chalk. It's more
No,
like
but, like,
mortar, pestle.
Well, I think
things
there
like
might be
that.
something like that in there. Though.
It's in like
Yeah.
I don't remember which one, but I don't.
It actually might be in Davina's. Might be
Oh, true.
the religious pack or whatever.
I don't think so. I think it's just one of the things that you can buy from adventuring gear.
Would an incense work?
No. Incense is
If you have ink,
It's ashy.
sounds like
Burnt
the thing
into
might
that.
have.
charcoal might work. Anything that you can use to make a clear mark on a building.
It's about a half-used candle.
Blood. Well, in a
torch?
pinch. In a pinch. Blood's a little conspicuous.
There we go. Good work, Spitz, my boy.
So, excuse me.
Burning a candle and using the ash is like
Ooh, my sensor. Would there be ashes in that?
There's probably some ashes in there.
so some means of marking the door frame somewhere that we can easily check to see if you've been there before. that way we can pass messages. It'll have to be just a symbol, something an average person could see and think is a mistake. Nothing of.
There's like an X.
I can just create that. I can just put it on the doors for us.
Okay, so you guys are said. You guys have some ashes. What is a symbol that represents this?
Chevron? Tent?
A heart.
A troll heart.
Ooh, a heart.
Heart.
Heart?
A heart. Sorry, what is the symbol for?
Also a very common form of reading.
Hearts.
Are we just putting them on the doors of the
B
places
plus
we've already
B
been?
equals
Yeah.
the
heart.
I can use prestidigitation to make a small mark on a
perfect.
on an
Yeah,
object to
I'm
represent.
assuming
Be careful about using magic, though.
Be careful with magic as always, but this is just so if somebody can't make it and wants to let us know that they're, I guess we have to know exactly what the mark means. The original intention was that if you can't, if you're going into the castle and you don't have time to leave a message, leave a mark on the tavern, somewhere around the door.
Okay.
That's the plan.
That is the mark for you entering the castle.
Or if one of us.
That you have entered the castle. That is.
Anything else? I don't see any other.
Nope. I think that is a good idea. We can
Any
find the
other
tavern.
situation where we can't meet up at the tavern for the evening. I think things are going to go a lot more smoothly than we're
I
anticipating.
believe yes.
Things don't usually go wrong.
This sounds like one of my plans. I feel like we are planning for the umpteenth possibility. I feel like we might just walk right there.
How about we just go?
All right.
Something tells me we'll reach this part.
Hey, the castle's giving out free tours.
Free tours, here we get you, Todd.
It's the way to get tourism back into the castle.
Map of the Royals. Map of the Royals houses here. We'll be doing the noon tour and the 2 p.m. tour.
Tomatoes for throwing the prisoners. We're going through the prison today.
Guys, like no.
Thanks for the gift shop.
The gods nap at 2 p.m. No one's about to
They all they take their shift change every
Such a time.
We're here for the ski. You're not from around here, so we trust you.
It's a lot easier. What happened? You trustworthy? Here, take the keys to the key.
Too bad we're
The
all
king
lawful
sleep
good.
goes to bed at 9.
Yeah, it's a shame.
All right.
The only good character in here.
You're the only good one?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So,
Right, the sword wouldn't talk to me.
so is there any other plans that need to be made before you
Probably not.
guys start approaching the road to?
I think essentially
Do you guys have a solid enough plan?
my young man.
No, but continue.
Well, you're on the
Define
shovels.
solid.
I need to start getting
it's as solid as it can be.
Call me Xavier.
Xavier.
Yes.
And what is my name?
Call me Chicago. An old family name, Chicago.
Maybe something a little bit more
Not like Chicago. What's his name? Kushagra.
demeaning.
Demeaning.
Old man Chicago.
Old man Chicago.
Or
Old wise Chicago.
Elder.
Elder Chicago.
El Chicago.
El Chicago.
That sounds pretty good.
I'm down for El Chicago. I think that's Chicago.
Oh, God. Oh,
I am a couple.
I want to try to be as unassuming as possible. I want when people see me, I want them to avert their eyes because they're afraid they'll get the poor.
Oh.
Poor.
Smile around.
Touch the poor.
This leper.
catch the
My
boy.
Chicago.
That was the abigail. They won't want to look.
Oh, that would be reason enough for my stoic visage, is because you are riddled with disease.
Let's not go that far.
There's an idea.
Wear your mask then.
What's that, man?
Your stoic visage, was this referring to your mask?
Yes. Yes.
So you'll be keeping up this disguise.
I feel probably yes.
Do you think that you would come in trouble with showing your skin while we are in Lavender?
Can't see it going all that swimmingly.
There are a lot of elves.
Again, something we can do recon in before we go. I can get a feel for those people. I feel they won't take notice of someone in base guard plate rather than
Act
somewhere
pompous.
Bar.
be less likely to draw attention.
You are my traveling companion. You serve me protection
Indeed.
while we're on the boat. Okay, so I got this.
Yes.
So
You're
you're
not
disguising as old Chicago.
Do the disguise kit thing.
No, none of them.
Great.
None of the ones that I
I'm
did
making
around.
that
Already got my rags
What are
done.
they called?
We're
Vapor bottle for your
We're
back.
supposed to keep each other in check.
No problem.
I'll put like a. I guess I don't really need mud.
Is that my thing?
Are you trying to
Really?
make yourself disgusting?
No. I'm wearing like old clothes, like
Ratty.
slightly torn up, ratty.
Drinks?
So
Food?
selfish.
Maybe some shopping?
And
I think you are excited. Meanwhile, we're all like, oh god.
What are we
I
gonna
have,
do?
I have a simple
We're passing a bottle.
cloak.
You're driving.
I'm walking
Tie on
beside,
my tail.
right
It's
beside.
uncomfortable, but it's better.
So highborn, her tongue.
And Lucian, you're just wearing your mask, and otherwise are Lucian.
Yep, I've got gloves on and the like, but
Timdell and Usk are basically going as is.
You betcha, baby. Nobody else but me.
Davina, you're darkening yourself a little bit, skin tone wise, and you're being just normal.
I am putting on.
Couldn't that wouldn't that be very easy to make you look like a different?
The family crypt
I mean,
ring.
it would still have a big old snout on it.
Or,
No,
yeah, so
he's
that would be the only ring that you have.
obviously but like just the eye is very damning, right? Like they're
I
looking
have
for.
to wear my goggles.
Pardon?
That was so
Sure, gators fight.
If you would break them, they wouldn't even
Those are
Trying to get some royal rings going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Having maybe getting a different eye patch might be also.
Well, isn't it like bolted onto
Yeah.
your skin? Like that's how it's
pretty
pretty.
interesting.
That's how I
It's in there. It's not supposed to come out.
It's not supposed to move.
Not supposed to do.
But like,
I'm
is
gonna
it
make your
possible
helmet someday. That'd be
to
fucking
find
sick.
a helmet that fits a lizard?
Possibly, but it would more likely be something you'd have to make. I mean, they're not. You haven't seen armor so far.
All problems.
None of the lizard, like none of the slave lizard folk that we've seen have been armored.
No, most of them have been wearing almost nothing but rag, like basic loincloth. If not,
Right.
So what I wear?
Yeah, exactly.
That's
There's a
why-
reason for that because your skin.
We have bone helmets.
I don't need what's armor.
I'm just saying, wrap a colorful cloth around his
your
eyes.
skin and such.
Even looking like
Can we find something big enough to kill, take its skull, and wear its skull?
That's a little bit
I think he likes this idea.
There's cool.
I have my old clothes.
There
I
was
have my
that
dirty
giant
comic
snake
book
head I have.
and make it.
There you go.
That's not a really great improvement, by the way.
Like a hood.
No, like not even a
Trying not to do.
like my pants and like ripped
Just
up,
the
so it's
snake.
just
He's
like,
like, it's too late.
crop, and so it just wrapped around his head a few times. You know what I mean? It was just like around his eye.
Yeah, that's
Is that
fine.
what you're thinking?
Yeah, even like just like a little bandana thing. Like,
I
with,
have
like,
I have
kung fu
my
bandana,
old
but
common clothes that I can make into a bandana if that works for you.
Make it look like a fresh wound.
yeah,
Ooh,
precisely.
put a
They're
little
looking
blood.
for someone who's long since lost their eye.
Precisely.
What if this is a fresh?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Bandana.
So you're gonna wrap up Usk's head with.
Yeah,
with
kind of
kind
like a hat thing, so it covers his eye. Yeah.
Such a colorful one.
Okay.
Oh,
was it already a
the
bloody-
pants were brown. So,
Deep V purple dress as a
It
loincloth.
would be distracting.
As a loincloth?
How we might need that later.
I don't need a whole green skin.
Yes! Ooh!
With a V all the way down.
Troll is a man.
Oh, yeah! Randy Savage. I've got you, birdie.
I have a sack.
Did everybody watch Spider-Man? That's
Yeah,
Nope.
I don't watch the new one yet.
What's that movie?
I haven't seen the new
I
one.
know, it's not coming. It's so good.
yeah.
Okay. I only just watched the recent Mysterio. It's really good.
Oh,
I haven't even seen that one.
it picks up at some like at the end of
Spider-Man's like
that
that.
one. So
Peter Parker's like
All right. So I think that's. So as you kind of tear up some clothes, wrap it around,
Yes.
make him look like he's kind of bandaged up or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Covering his iron eye, basically. That's the objective.
yeah.
As in darkening. All right. So you guys spend probably about half an hour, I would say, just disguising yourselves up on the side of the road there before you continue onward. Say that's at like the halfway point, so you have about 2 more hours before you start to head towards. It sounds like you guys have your plans in order well enough. At least.
Don't ask us again.
Yeah.
We've had no more ever.
No more. We gotta go. We gotta go.
now,
Your home was going to be
would you
Are you
be
Lucian?
able to wear a saddle? If it was fitted, yes. And you make a saddle.
Why not just
Not
ride
at
on the
the
shoulder?
time that we have until we get to the
That's
castle.
fair. That's fair.
Why not just ride on the shoulder?
That also
A
works.
little piggyback.
I said I'm gonna make a Bjorn someday. So that he just carry a baby Bjorn. You know how they carry babies and their legs dangle. That's gonna be me and Ursela.
You're like proudly hands on the
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
Just occasionally.
Exactly.
Just occasionally.
Just spell
Exactly.
You're
Use my pants.
All for
Hear me
Do
out.
we
Okay.
still have that whip?
Wait, what's the thing that your feet go into on the saddle?
Stirrups.
So you have stirrups,
actually
and they're
use
connected to
it.
earrings on its head.
I don't have ears.
Oh, you're a lizard.
You'll
But
genetically modify your
someday, my friend. Someday. But yeah,
No
Or it
scales.
could be connected to like a muzzle. No, it's
well, they just don't have ear lobes. Say hearing canals. Okay, holes. Okay.
Nostrils.
Anything else before you guys get closer?
don't ask us. Keep going.
So,
Let's do it.
We will always find something.
as you continue along the road, eventually,
We don't even get there.
eventually you will begin to see around 3 or 4 o'clock p.m. as the sun is kind of a little bit setting, but still a few hours worth of sunlight for sure. You begin to see at the base of a natural sloping path which leads up towards a village beyond. A wooden watchtower stands upon a hill overlooking the lowland and the path that you're currently on. And you see 2 guards that stand below near the road, and their eyes are currently fixed on your group as you guys begin to approach.
There's no one else around.
Just the 2 guards and a watchtower. Thus far.
We didn't think us there.
We should
You
have
guys
busted up.
continue
Should have busted up.
towards. Yeah.
I thought we would have had more time. How far away are they?
Well, we just say that
200
we
meters.
all kind of
Feet, I suppose. Like,
group
can see them a fair ways off.
numbers.
Happened to be walking at the same time.
Who will be going first?
We met crossing the bridge.
We're all traveling together.
Well, we're traveling together in the fact that we all just
Met crossing the bridge.
met crossing the bridge and was going the same way. Group safety in numbers.
Or we came across each other in the swamp.
What?
No, bridge.
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 Good
We
guard.
don't even talk about Swartown.
No, we never went there.
That my talisman's in my backpack.
Remember, never
In
offer
its own
more
little box,
information
very
that is
safely
than what is asked of you.
Your backpack not the holding?
No, in my backpack.
I think we should have an order,
Terrified of that
though.
shit breaking.
The 2 of you, the noble
Well,
should go.
once we get kind of in kind of a nap, we'll just start breaking away.
I would just go single file.
Single file, 2 at a time.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll go last.
So 1, 2, 3.
Aye.
That's right. We haven't talked this about groups or each perspective groups.
You will be the talker. You will be the talker. And
Aye.
I'm gonna
Between the 2 of us, I mean, we're both not great options, but
I'm gonna give 2 bardic inspirations
I can kill
Need it. Thank
to the
you.
talkers.
Okay.
I'm going to be performing as an old, frail man.
I'm proficient in persuasion.
I am.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I'm gonna be holding on to your arm as we move forward.
I'll be holding it like this.
Yeah, like no, just shuffling forward.
We're just walking side by side.
So as you guys begin to approach as well, I need Davina to roll me a quick wisdom saving throw as well.
It's quite tall.
What is that? 14.
I mean, also
Oh no, it's mine. It's like it passed.
Nothing happens that you notice. All right.
Passed.
So you guys are approaching as a group, though. It's my understanding.
kinda
Kinda.
like
patchy.
For now, and then patch a group, and then we're
Who's in
gonna.
the front then, I suppose.
us 2.
Okay, gotcha.
Before we reach them, sorry, this is a good moment to open up my mind to
Very true.
Yeah.
Barrett and
Open your mind, Quaid.
and side eye. Oh, it's not 1d4, it's 1d6.
1d4 hours.
Not 1d6. Side eye.
Oh
Hold
shit.
on.
Want to double check that?
Ref.
Yeah.
Because we've been doing it as 1d4 the whole time, haven't
I
we?
think I know. I don't think
For a number of hours,
I have it
equal to
written
the
down.
number rolled, the chosen creature. The number rolled. Thank you.
It says at the beginning. Roll a side eye to. It's side eye.
Oh, is it a psionic die?
Yeah.
Then yeah.
I have it written down as that, so.
Oh.
I trust my.
We can roll one psionic die. Yeah, you got it. You got it. I don't know where I got
I think they
D4.
were, but I
It's
think
because
last time
almost all the other hour-long things
Our
are.
D4.
It's just in my brain like that then.
It's
It's
one.
past the
Next hour.
Crashed it.
Can you use lucky? No, you
Nah,
can't.
it's not worth it.
I get also I get one free one.
Oh, okay.
Within if I see y'all within the next hour, I'll re-up.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. I was.
Yeah.
As Barrett and Davina approach first, and the rest of the group, you guys are what, 10 feet behind or so? Not really.
15, yeah. I'm going at an old man's pace, right? So
Yeah. That might actually make sense for us to be
in the back. Yeah.
Because I'm going to be going very slow.
So we'll go second then.
Sure. So as the procession, small groups approach the road and the watchtower, two guards that are standing on the road looking towards you kind of step out in front of the path and kind of both put up their hands and whoa! Greetings, travelers.
Good day, sir.
Heading into the castle.
Yes, absolutely.
And what business?
I am escorting a noble. I am her tongue.
Noble.
Yes.
First deception check for one.
That is a 17.
Well, so soon.
Noble. And who exactly do we have here? Another noble coming to the castle?
Well, we are
So many.
we are on a pilgrimage to show our appreciation to the four lords.
Very well. Continue on.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
My lady.
He
Yeah.
lets you guys pass and then steps in front as the next. Who's next? Okay. Greetings, travelers. Good day to you as well.
Hello.
Business with the castle, I assume?
We are just adventurers, and I am an inventor, looking to possibly see if I can help the folk here at Castle Avondale, and perhaps learn from the inventor here at the castle.
It's not really.
Which is not.
As he looks over the Usk and kind of like, are you in charge of this one here?
I am, as you can see, I am very small and quite frail, and so I use him as protection.
Make me persuasion check.
I am small and frail.
That's why it's persuasion check.
15.
Yes. Well, that makes sense.
I have a +3 because I'm proficient.
Cheap labor, I suppose, right?
What did he say to me?
It's cheap labor, I suppose, right? Isn't that right, boy? Carry on.
Yep.
As he allows you guys to pass.
Come now, old El Chicago. Let's go.
What is it, Xavier? Why are we stopping? My eyes aren't for you.
It's just a checkpoint, my boy.
Greetings, travelers. Good evening.
Salutations to you, my good man.
Business with the castle today, is it?
Yes, I'm but a scholar and giving this humble man a safe journey to the Castle Avondale.
Let's see. Roll me a deception check. Deception? Deception.
Can you see?
Your bag again? The perception.
No.
Not bad.
Rev car.
Should have
Then
I thought from here it was glaring at me.
It was up to you.
Staring at me.
Bet 16.
son of a bitch.
It was. I was on the line.
It was like bloop, but it would have just flooped down the way.
It was staring at me.
Still caught.
I know,
It's not a clean lace.
I almost thought it was just going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One then.
Woo, 16.
You need an eraser.
Scholar, what is it that you study then?
The fine arts, tapestries. I stumbled upon this glorious heroics tapestry here and seek to.
Xavier, not now. Nobody wants to buy our tapestry.
I know this man has no time. He's lived here for so long. Has no time whatsoever.
Yes, the tabaxi, are you? See many around the castle. I've never seen any around the castle myself, personally, other than when the King's Guild comes in. One with them, I suppose. Don't remember the name, but anyways, welcome to the castle. Carry on, I suppose. Good day to you.
Salutations to you, my good man. Have you permitted?
Yes.
He said
As they allow you to pass, and you guys continue. Nice first off. So, as you begin to ascend this gentle incline upwards, you can see smaller crops, various vegetables, and homes near to them. Beyond that, houses built tightly around one another toward the safety of this tall stone wall of the castle Avondale beyond. The peaks of the breast of the lady seem to form a curtain around the skies. That's the mountain range that's behind it. Clarify.
I swear to God, I could hear it from here.
The homes around...
It's not that predictable.
As you guys begin out, you see that the homes are built well. Most of them are of sturdy stone and wood, strong roofs to endure the time and the weather. Your feet land firm along the path of packed dirt below them, and it seems only a thin veil remains over the rock below. Stalls of vendors and merchants scattered along the path ahead as you see people busying themselves with the evening tasks and their daily duties. The sound of voices calling out and shouting as the air fills as you approach the sounds of a fairly busy town. There are various groups of Avondale soldiers patrolling the outer streets as you see citizens pass, some of them with a friendly nod, some of them making a wider berth around you as they continue along their ways. And I will show you guys the map.
Yay!
New map
of Avondale.
Whoa.
it's huge. It's a map.
Lizard lips in.
Oh, you're gonna fit right in. Unless they spell lizard lips there.
In which case, we'll
Give
be,
me
you
a
know,
lip.
But they're two ins, goddamn
So you guys
it.
will be entering from here, and as you're passing by like farms and things like that.
The golden pig might also be and we got like.
There's- So this is what you're essentially.
Remember when we were like, what if they don't have an inn?
yeah, I got it.
Yo, I'm going to Miss Honey's. Hell yeah.
The bigger town.
It's how to give you those bugs.
Well, it's a whole keep, like it's a whole fucking castle.
Yeah.
They have some under
The King's
construction.
Mug. They've got so many inns
Quarry.
and taverns.
So we can get kicked out of all of them. This is great.
Meet me at the tavern. There's nothing you're missing up on that top area. So
But after you know this works out, because we can stay at different ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not traveling.
Yeah.
Least conspicuous.
Yeah.
So since the first to pass through were Barrett and Davina.
Oh, me and Davina are taking that Arga in the car.
Yeah. Okay.
that's
Okay.
That makes sense.
I shouldn't probably ask that.
Noble
before,
should be
but,
on.
yeah. So as you guys begin to enter town, and you're all splitting off in your own groups, from what I understand at least, it's been about 10 minutes or so, maybe 20 actually, with the walk up, just for your thing.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know. So it's been about 20 minutes. after that.
14 minutes remaining.
I say that into everyone's mind.
You get like an alarm sound of 1 minute.
Okay.
1 minute.
So, Davina, Barrett, as you see the town before you, as you begin to enter the city streets and you pass the farms, what would you like to do? Where would you like to
So are we essentially coming up towards
You guys
Simple Talk?
are where
or Simple Sword?
So you're coming in from here, and where you're at right now would be seeing the little market and Simple Sorts, I guess, which would be the first thing that you notice.
I will say that I do need to go to Simple Sorts because I need to buy another healer's kit.
Actually, I just looked at. It's not a bad idea to take a quick break right now.
This is a good break time.
Just before we get into the
Yep.
meat of this,
Yep.
so we'll take a quick break, and then we'll come back into the town.
Yeet.
All right.
Right. So, as we come back from our break, Davina and Barrett, I suppose the rest of you as well, but we'll start with them because you guys are all split up.
Well, no, we're still in a group.
Also,
You're still kind of in a group. Okay, we'll keep you as a
before we actually go anywhere, I was thinking while I was in the kitchen getting a glass of water. Neither of you were stopped at the gate, and like regardless of them, you being under what kind of disguise you had.
Yeah.
And he even called you a tabaxi, knew you were tabaxi. So I feel like we're kind of okay. I feel like we might
Under
be
more cautious eyes, we might be
Yes.
in
right.
trouble.
I think we should still
Keep a low
Of
pro.
course, of course.
look for posts.
Keep a low
course.
pro, but
Keep at least
But
one
especially
eye.
him. I mean, at least one.
Did you hear what the guards said though? On their way through.
I didn't quite catch it.
another
Nope.
another
They let me go right
tabaxi.
He called
Apparently-
him cheap labor, which I did not appreciate.
Yes.
The guard occasionally there are tabaxi in town, but he said he hasn't seen one in a while. I think it was the king. He said there was a tabaxi. Right?
Yes, the King's Guild.
King's Guild.
Did they bring them?
No, just one member
There
of
was
the
a
King's
member
Guild.
that
Oh,
occasionally is in the keep. Is what I
Yes.
heard.
But I would imagine that one is fairly recognizable.
And I was a little too far from the two of you. Did they say anything noteworthy?
Just pretty much.
What I've heard, what they
Lots
said
of
to me.
nobles in
That,
town.
yeah, that
Well,
We're good.
You guys talk about it. It's fine.
so what do you think that means?
might
More
be
nobles?
What other nobles would be in town?
there might be a party going on in the castle.
Perhaps Mercia.
Princess Marcia might
Time to
be.
go shopping.
That's not what that means.
I'm saying nobles.
Shopping.
Shopping.
She said
Oh.
it's time to go shopping.
Yeah.
There's a party.
It might not be a
I
party.
love parties.
We should be extra careful.
Yes, I agree.
But if Princess Marcia is here, she will definitely be able to recognize us.
Probably also
I
any
should not
nights,
see you here.
any
That
nights
snooty bitch.
we should walk in the other direction.
I agree.
Out with the gun.
She didn't even come up. She didn't even come up on the ship until things were going tits up.
I
Yeah.
feel like she wouldn't look at us a second glance.
I feel like
Ramonius, however, may be here if she's here as well, and he is what
Now, Ramonius would know.
we need to look out for.
Yes, I-
Especially you.
If they're clad in blue, we get out of view.
If it rhymes, it must make sense. Yes.
Blue,
I always
get out
call
of you.
Rhymes? True.
True. Must be true. It is right.
Just walk in the other direction. We don't want any trouble.
I was
That
walking the
doesn't
other way.
rhyme. What the fuck is good as that?
Damsel in distress.
Hey, this guy. He loves music.
He's hands up guy.
He's a hands up guy. He's a hands up guy. You bet.
You gotcha.
Give me 10 more.
Okay, I love his energy.
high five. High five. I don't do down low.
Don't fucking come at me with that bullshit.
You meet me on equal terms.
I will never be too slow.
That would be too slow.
All right, so
Dave.
are there like signs on the buildings? Because we're kind of like
You're near Simple Swords, so I guess like since you're near that, easily yeah, so you see like it's mostly wooden building, plaster, little bit of large awning that's kind of hanging out over top where you see a lot of little shelves and things like that, and covering crates and goods and what have you. There are several attendants that are walking the area, as well as individuals who are doing some purchasing as well. Each of these little attendants seems to be wearing a small little belt full of pouches that they seem to be doing transactions out of, like small transactions out of as well. You see a wide range of goods. On the outside, at least, it seems more food-based, but there is an interior as well where there are more goods, at least from like a visual perception from the outside. It does appear to be there are more goods inside that are probably more valuable, not easily as stolen from like the outside. Beyond that, here's my here. So if you're looking down the road, like you see more small vendors that are leaning up against the like large walls and the huge towers that are overlooking. These walls are very tall. They're I think about 80 feet, and the towers are about 100 to 120 feet tall, so they're huge, looming over. And like a lot of buildings have been built up against them. It seems like roofs kind of slanting down that still probably about 50 or 60 feet below the top of the wall, but seem to be quite commonly built around the edge of the wall, especially towards the gate. Down the center, though, you see at the end of that path where there is the gate, and then there is a large statue of Tolgo at the very center of it, where you do see individuals like coming over by it every now and then.
Paying respects and such.
Yeah, just every now and then. There's quite a bit of foot traffic around this time of day. It's about 4:30 or so. So like the end of the day is coming up pretty quickly for everybody. So there's a lot of foot traffic right now. You guys are milling about. Like people are not passing through you, but going around you quite a bit as you guys are standing there and having a discussion with the cart and stuff like that.
Right.
Shall we begin our foray into the city?
Break. Yes. I think we should break.
Well, I'm gonna go. Let's go get the horse hitched up, and then that way we can have our way with the city.
I think at this point, based on how busy it is and how no one seems to be directing their attention at us, maybe we should stick together until necessary. Maybe let's find a place to stay the night and then we can branch off.
Sounds like a plan.
Aye.
You guys want to get to the stable first? No problem. So as you begin down the main path, assumedly, unless you want to veer off to a side road or something like that, it's up to you guys.
I'll just be like, just one of the people with the pouches on them.
That are nearby, you sure?
Excuse me, young man. May I?
Yes, sir.
My forgive me, my eyes are not what they used to be.
man. I just have very high eyes.
Or you think not?
One small. 14.
We are new in town. Is there a place that we could find a place to rest our horse for the night?
Closest place would be the Lizard Lips.
Where would that be?
Oh, you're resting your horse? The stables, yes.
Would you mind giving an old man directions?
Just there as he points down the road a little bit and kind of to your left. I can walk it.
Xavier, can you see where this young man is pointing?
Yes. It does seem like I can get the gist of it.
Yeah, points down the road towards the statue, and then he's like, to the left of that.
And this Lizard Lips Inn you mentioned, is this a fine place to stay?
Fine enough, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Where's the finest place to stay?
I would imagine the Cheap Saloon, but I've never been there.
Poor boy. The Cheap Saloon.
That's in the inner castle.
Ooh.
The gates are open during the day. You're welcome to go in.
Time.
At 10th bell, about 10th bell. Gates are closed for the evening.
10th bell.
Told you.
10th bell.
Coming up shortly.
So
Thank you, young man.
So
I'm gonna give him a copper.
that's where we'll be staying.
I'm an old man. I think it's a lot of money.
Thank you, sir.
Look at
Puts it in his shirt pocket.
10th bell's at 6.
About 6 here.
So we should, if we're going to stay in the inner, if we are going to stay in the inner, we should go there before.
We should go to the Cheap Saloon. I feel like we can not have to go in there and go in first thing in the morning.
And why would nobility stay oats?
That's what I mean. No. You can go
So I think,
into the Cheap Saloon. The four of us can go to Lizard Lips Inn. I feel like that might be a wise
It sounds good.
idea.
stables.
Yes. So to the stables first. Okay.
Y'all check in your
Well, should I?
So yeah,
I do want to go to Simple Sorts, but I can do that later.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter to
it's up
me.
to you guys.
I just don't need to be a huge thing. I just want to go buy more healers kits. That's all.
That's easy enough. I mean, if you want to jump in, we can do that transaction fairly easily.
Yeah, cool.
So like you pop in. If you guys are waiting for them, that's up to you. We can discuss that. But for healers,
tomorrow.
so they're 5 gold a piece. Prices are standard.
I'm gonna stock up. I've got one that has 4 uses left. I'm gonna buy the 5, right?
5 gold a piece here. I'm
gonna buy
Actually, it's a fairly common item. Actually, they have lots.
4.
Okay, no problem. So 20 gold.
While she's in the building, could I possibly warg into my boy and try and draw out a nice map of the city?
You warg into your boy?
That's my help.
Yeah, little boy. He was right there.
Warg into him.
And like,
He goes to the
scope out-
ship.
Scope out the town, scope out the castle, leave
Is there
him.
anything you're looking for particular?
Perhaps cracks and walls,
Okay.
fortifications.
All right. So it'll
Neon
So,
style.
we'll-
Neon signs.
Secret exit.
Secret entrance.
So while you're doing that transaction, we'll say you go up in. So roll me a perception check for your birdie bird.
Birdie bird. Bird. 19 perception.
You're talking about this guy.
There we go. Okay. So nice, pretty good. So you see the solid wall that is perfectly squared around. It is 60 feet high. I just corrected, and the towers themselves are about 80. So this is actually to scale, beautifully. So
No big deal.
from what he gathers, there appears to be no there is a second gate for one that's on the other side. Would be the southwest corner, and you guys are on the southeast corner of it. So there is another gate for one. The only traversable paths inside seem to be the two main gates from this perception, although there are guards around.
Yeah, could I notice a least guarded area?
Last guard.
They all seem fairly
It's a word.
balanced, it seems. There is equal spacing of guards per tower, per wall. You see a few walking along the walls, and you see about 2 or 3 in each tower that are kind of observing the town.
So no.
But you do see numerous staircases from the interior that lead down into the interior that are easily traversable for common people or what have you, perhaps. Although you don't see any citizens on top of the outer walls, for one thing. With the 19 gaining a little bit of advantage, what you see the inner keep as well. So you have the outer wall and then the inner keep, which is separate from that. Let me see. Let's see. Let's scroll down here a second.
Yeah.
Main keep, the outer walls, gates.
I had a throat lozenge, and now ice cold water is just making my mouth. Yeah, exactly.
Blizzard face.
Anyway, you see the inner castle. The gates of the inner castle seem to be. Wait, that's the inner castle. That's where you're in right now. Oh, my apologies. The inner castle walls are a little bit different.
I love the
That's not
mountains in the foreground, just to make it look like you're looking down on this.
Yeah, it's wicked.
Anyway, you see one access point, it seems, to the inner keep, and there is a drawbridge with a stone ramp that leads up to a drawbridge about 10 feet high or so off, and the drawbridge drops to that, and then otherwise there's a gap to the large gatehouse that leads into it, and kind of like the way that it's squared, it's almost like in the shape of a very thick L. Essentially, so the drawbridge coming on the lower portion of the L, side by side, you see a little courtyard in front of that facing the main gate that you guys would be closest to right now, where there are 4 statues around a very beautifully carved in with the stone grass area. More than likely what you would gather a worshipping place for Tuggle or have you, or the Four Lords more accurately. So that's adjacent to that, but outside of that, other than the inlets and little slits in there, certainly wouldn't be able to go through as a normal sized human. There is an outer wall of the inner keep as well that extends around, and then there's another taller section inside. So from access points, from what you can see, it seems like there are the 2 main gates for the outer wall, and then 1 access point through the drawbridge entrance to the inner keep. Which is currently down, I suppose, for the sake of it's during the day.
Duly noted.
But he doesn't seem to notice any easy areas that are. I mean, it is a castle meant to keep people out. So.
Seeing as the gates are open all day, I was just more concerned about the keep itself, but the inner keep. But that's fine. That's perfect.
Yeah, the walls are a similar height, and there are a few towers around it. I believe. Let me just actually look at my proper map of it, so I can see.
Shop.
I'm done. I got my 4 healer skits.
Perfect.
There's actually only one really large tower of the central keep, where you see 2 ballista on top of it. And that is fairly close to where the gate is. It's on the southern side of it. And then the outer wall that kind of extends around, and you see a large courtyard in the middle as well, where there's soldiers training at the moment, and things like that. But it seems pretty freaking secure.
But hopefully he's not in there. Hopefully he's in the barracks.
He probably is.
I know.
Deep down in the dungeon.
And I'll just have it fly off and then blip.
Okay.
Back into my one guy was just scratching his head and watching an owl disappear.
Also, an owl during the day.
Day owl.
Day owl.
So you guys approach the stable. You see a fenced area, horses outside, somebody feeding a couple of the horses and kind of like petting them. The ground is well trampled, full of mud and dirt, spare hoofs and things like that, kind of hanging along the edge of the outside. As you see a couple gentlemen that are, discussing the nature of their carriage and their few horses, and somebody outside as you guys kind of approach with your situation, and they're just finalizing their deal. You see them kind of like take the 2 horses, pull them inside, and a few individuals like take the carriage and like put it around side as well. Or you see a few more that are kind of stacked up side by side with one another. Kind of waves towards you. Oh, good afternoon there.
Mo, how's it going?
Oh, evening, husband. Goes well. Yes, good. Looking to stable up for the night?
Yeah, we're looking to get my horse some shelter for the night and maybe for the next day or so.
Oh, it's just for the one horse, so stabling fee will be $5 per day for the horse.
$5?
$5 silver.
He said
$5. $5.
Anyway,
Can you
$5.
when you
$5 silver a day. So how many days would you be hoping to pick it up tomorrow?
I'll pay. Would I be able to pay for more tomorrow if I need it for tomorrow?
But of course, let's need a few things from you, some information.
Yeah, absolutely.
And your name, sir?
Barrett Montgomery Ailstorm III.
Put your cart license there.
license.
There, by cart license registration.
And for one day, no problem.
Oh,
You're
actually,
paying in
that's
advance.
Yes.
Very good.
Right up that.
Very good, sir.
It's not broken.
And the name of the horse?
Arga.
Oh, good, very good.
Talking back to me, boy.
And for your carriage, we can keep it, of course, for no additional charge.
Oh, thank you.
And is that everything for you?
Yes.
It's too real. That's too real.
Very good.
Thank you.
We'll take it in good charge. Hello, Aga. Good to meet you there.
That doesn't exist here.
Now you listen. Now you listen to Arga.
I don't think so.
Come with me. We'll take good care.
Thank
We'll
you.
see you tomorrow.
Empty barrels. I don't think there's anything on the
And
card.
if you do not come and claim your horse by the end of the evening, it is forfeit to the cut.
As long as you have your bag of holding, then we're good.
Standard practice.
But there's nothing
So I'll be back before tomorrow evening.
Before 10th bell.
Okay. To pay for the next day.
In and out,
Yes.
basically.
Well, your horse may be impounded.
No. So this is good until
So
next 10th bell.
That's of course. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Dastardly stableman.
I was going to say a funny NPC would be like somebody just interrupts the person every time, like starts talking as soon as they start talking to him. Oh yes, what's that? Oh no, you go first.
Alright, so the horse
No, now that he's at the babysitter.
paid in advance. Check.
Yeah, paying in advance is always dangerous.
So it's been about 40 minutes or so since you guys have synced up, psycho synced or whatever. Synced.
Psycho sync.
I'm always
Psycho Russia.
I mean, we're together. There's no need. Once we are ready to leave again, I will.
What time is it? Probably like 4-ish.
4:30, 4:40 or
Take one of the
4:30 is the last time I ate roast.
Still
We'll
going
stay
around.
together.
It's like 4:45.
I have a bag of
somewhere
holding.
there.
And fluffy.
You cannot.
And fluffy.
Cloud that follows us.
So you guys are standing near to the main
Talking
gate
about
at
Fluffy.
this point.
Oh, Fluffy's in the bag of holding.
Or what?
I suppose a floating cloud would not be the best thing to
Well, you're
do.
near that for one thing, but you're also near the main gate as well. And
Oh, you did declare yourself an inventor.
has a perception of notice this. So,
No.
Davina, you would notice that at the main gate, so the gate is for one thing open. The doors are just completely open right now, but you see a number of guards for one thing, a few citizens that seem to be passing through, and for the most part you can see them being, having a quick discussion with the guards before they move on, but you also see a very knightly gentleman standing there with blue robes as well at the front gate.
Yikes.
A hero.
Run away.
Right. So you just see this, like a clear knight of Avondale standing at the gate with the guards. You do see a few people exchanging citizens that seem to be exchanging words with the guards before they either enter or exit. But amongst the few guards, you do see a knight of Avondale at the main gate.
Do I recognize said knight?
I mean, he's wearing full armor. It's hard to tell if you recognize exactly who they are from here, to be honest.
Okay.
Exactly.
Alright, well, I nonchalantly, knight, inside the keep, I would avoid that. While not
Huh?
looking at
Speak up, I can't hear. My ears aren't so good.
Are you two still gonna plan to go inside then?
I think
Oh,
that's the
definitely.
plan.
Oh,
So we have about an hour.
Did you? I said, good night.
Night, you say?
Yes, it's almost night.
yeah,
Almost night.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and be as quiet as possible. But yeah, I'd like to try and consciously keep my back turned towards the gate until I'm in the lizard lips in.
Okay.
so
So yeah, what is
I have my hood up and
So what's the plan? You guys stay with the horses.
The wizard
Fine enough.
lips.
you're with me.
That's a very different place.
Kind of Xavier.
I mean, you can see the lizard lips from here. It's a very large, three-story building. Stands taller than a lot of the other ones that are around it. It's very thick, sturdy, has strong stone foundation, and wood plaster up
here.
towards the upper levels. Is it?
Yeah.
More or less. Yeah. I mean, I put something there as a placeholder for similar to what it would be like.
Just waiting for the real one.
See windows that dot the outer walls and curtains billow through the open shutters as wind blows through. A sign stands on the ground by two strong poles next to a set of wooden double doors that reads Lizard Lips Inn and has relatively well painted lizard head with his mouth open over the word inn. Kind of like, yeah, exactly.
In the mouth.
Is that derogatory use or is that?
Are you offended?
They're all racist to you.
No.
Yes, Heart hasn't been very kind to you, my
I feel
friend.
like I should be.
Technically, it's named after you.
We'll see how well it goes.
So is this the part where we say goodbye?
For the night.
Shall we reconvene?
We really feel it's
Let's.
We don't know when the castle reopens in the morning.
So once it we'll come and get you guys.
So come to us
Yes.
once it re-
And we'll.
After we eat
once
breakfast
it reopens.
at Cheap Saloon. Saloon.
That's
Alright.
So
So we are staying here for the night, yes? That
Yes.
lizard lips.
Yes, we are staying at the Lizard Lips.
And you
They're
are
gonna
trying
bring it.
We're gonna go. We're gonna try to get you can go in and.
In order to prove their backstory of the nobility, they would not dare sleep outside.
I'll commend you for that.
What
Come in.
what time should we meet and where?
But we're not sure what time the gates reopen, as Timdell said. So I'll have a look at around first light, and then
Why don't we ask somebody right now before you go?
That's a good
Go
idea.
ask the bartender.
pre-drink.
yeah.
I think we all might need it. Whoa.
Time?
We have about an hour and a half.
I actually have money to pay for my own round. Let me get the first round. Oh,
Lovely. I just spent 20 gold, so
yes. I feel that it's only, fair that I get you all
Actually,
that.
I would probably be taking some of this healing in the future. Why don't you take this? I'm going to give you 4 gold. Healer's kits.
I dare not need it.
that's cool, guys. Don't worry. I'm all feeling Kushagra.
Pretty well. That's,
So you guys are all going into lizard lips?
I mean,
I think
hidden
for now,
place.
yeah.
We'll go in and have a drink.
I'll throw you 4 gold too.
So Arga is in the stable care for the.
Yes.
He makes a good point.
Oh, no, I wasn't that insinuating.
I know.
You gotta buy Timdell's luck.
As you
Well,
guys head to
that it's true.
Yes,
You guys heading in?
I will head in.
So, as
I'm
you
on your arm.
Yes.
And I'm there too. I fucking love you both right now.
I look
My humble
okay,
That's a lie. I can't do that.
Should we
notice yourself?
separate the
Yeah.
taxi and the dessert man?
Oh yeah, we're. Oh, you mean like?
We should try to
Different
not
tables.
walk in at the same time. Different tables.
We can wait.
Are you waiting? You're coming in for a drink, yes?
Yes. We're gonna obviously pre-game.
Oh,
It's getting lit tonight. Okay.
let's go.
So-
You do the talking. as usual.
Davina, Barrett, Lucian, and Kushagra are going in together?
no.
No, all separately.
Okay, who's going in first then?
Lucian and Mr. L. Chicago. Maybe in Chicago.
So as you guys push through the double doors, through the main entrance, you see a counter where behind stands an attendant waiting to greet you. You see a staircase to the right, and a rather large open room to the left where tables are arranged neatly with sturdy chairs. A bar hugs the long wall against the length of the room where near the center you see a large window over top that looks like above the room and over the whole floor, essentially, like this large window on the second floor. Around the room you see several lizard folk with aprons around their waist, but otherwise nothing else covered. You see several humans and halfling women wearing tightly pulled aprons and button-down blouses of reds and blues are seen bringing drinks to tables from the bar where lizard folk is seen pouring beers from a large keg. Beyond, you can smell the aroma from a kitchen that is towards the back end, but otherwise, as you guys step in, you see a lovely woman. Good afternoon, evening.
Salutations. This is a lovely establishment you have.
Welcome to the Lizard in table front 2.
Yes, I feel for two would just be.
Will you be needing rooms tonight?
Yes. One room.
A general or premium?
Well, what's the difference?
But the general rooms are 2 silver per night and have 2 single beds. But the premium rooms are 10 silver per night, but 1 large bed and a mirror and washing tub. If you are liked, it can be filled with 1 more cuddle.
That is not for us.
Don't be so hasty, my traveling companion.
Oh, well, Chicago, you're not my type.
But a warm bath might be.
A warm bath would be lovely.
Is the mirror above the bed?
You're not there.
Yeah.
Is it a mirror potential that we could perhaps get a bath for our general food? That's an extra cost.
There are no beds inside.
All right. Two.
I promise to keep my hands to myself. I'm trying. Before they enter, I'd just like to send out one.
I hated that.
I really hated it myself.
There are many lizard folk
I apologize.
working here, it seems, under contract. I don't know what the status is, but just be prepared. There are many lizard folk in this tavern.
Mm-hmm.
I hear a grunt. No? Okay, oh good. That was to you as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
One premium room, please.
Premium, very good.
Yes.
Very good. I don't know what accent she has right now. Well, let me show you up to your room.
Are we splitting the cost?
Please take a deep breath.
10 silver and gold. And she takes you upstairs, leads you towards your room. So on the second floor at this point.
We're going to be rich after you sell this tapestry.
I am aware. I'm flush with coin for the moment.
Oh yeah, that's right. The second story is for the premium room. It takes you up to the 3rd floor where there are more other rooms. But either way, shows you to your room, gives you the key. Oh wait, you're taking premium room.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. It's lovely, actually. So as you open up the door, double bed. And would you like the tub filled up with hot water?
Oh, for the love of God, yes.
That would be
We'll have that done as soon as we can.
Can we have 2 fillings? And a wee bit. A second filling.
Within an hour. Let us know.
Don't go
The second one is not. That sounds fine enough.
Think. I'll flip her a cup.
Thank you, sir. Goes back downstairs. So you guys have your room. You can set up things if you like, or what have you.
I've been bending over for the past hour.
Have you splayed out in that tub in no time, Mike?
I like to bathe myself, actually. You take your
Just for
bath.
me. That was very nice of you.
We Tabaxi have our own ways of keeping ourselves clean.
It's true. At least you can wash your clothes.
Proceeds to lick his frog.
By the way, wash
I
your
really
clothes.
should put some dirt up there.
Looking directly at Lucian.
The icon.
I was like hanging from the raft, like sitting up on a rafter, just looking down.
So you guys chilling in the room for a little while then, it seems?
No, I think we'll just get ourselves ready while they come and bring up the water all ready. We'll go downstairs. I'd like to go downstairs.
Okay. I mean,
Make sure
it'll
the
take
rest
them
of the
probably
prep
about
party
a half
comes in.
All right, let's go have a drink and
I want to keep an eye on the time.
we do have to find out.
In about 10 minutes or so.
We do have to find out what time we're meeting our friends.
Yes, exactly.
Before they leave.
Before we get all nestled in.
Let me see if I can nestle my belongings away before we head down.
I agree.
Is there any sort of chest or
There are actually
storage?
chests in this room, it seems.
We do have a lock on the door. So is there a window?
There's a lock. There is a window.
Is the window locked?
The window is a shutter, so you could lock it. I mean, with the little clasp, but it's a wooden shutter window. With
I'd like to close the window.
Agreed.
Clasp it.
Clasp it.
I don't know. Put my bag under the bed, I guess.
Okay.
Just like general, like.
Same. I'll toss all my stuff under there.
Now we need to make sure we keep this door locked.
Yes.
I don't have much on me. I'll keep my coin purse on my person, but
I feel you would be the first to notice if someone were to steal from you.
Would he? Not naming it. So you guys
Lucky rolls.
stow away your things and head downstairs to the main dining area. Grab yourselves a table, assumedly.
Yep.
Table with two? Sure, no problem.
preferably somewhere where we can like have a good view of the rest of the.
Okay, easy
Floor.
enough.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
Back to the wall
Not
kind of
entirely.
thing.
There's not a lot of traffic right now. There's a few tables, but not really. It's the evening hasn't quite completed itself yet to the end of the workday for people.
Nice.
But there are a few, merchants, things like that, traveling around that have some spare time. So there are a few people around drinking. But as you guys settle yourselves in, the server comes by. You guys ordering any drinks or food or anything like that?
Yes.
So 5 copper for a mug of ale, or you could get a gallon of it for 2 silver, and then
We are sitting here.
there is food as well if you're hungry.
Is there any soup? I don't really have the teeth for hard cuts.
Yeah, so would you like, it comes with bread, 8 copper.
I will take some soup and a. Are we doing a gallon? You want to split it?
I feel like a gallon might as well.
Yes. So 10 silver.
10 silver
Together.
total. Together. Room. I'll get the.
2 mugs.
2 months, yes, please.
Very good. Right away.
And that is 2 plates, correct? 2 dinners?
Oh,
I
you
would
would
like
like
a
2
dinner.
soups?
Soup, what else do you have in the menu?
You can have a chunk of meat for 3 silver pieces.
by heavens, yes.
Or a nice full meal, which comes with meat, fruit, cheese, a small bowl of soup, and bread for 8 silver.
Damn.
Was it 18 silver total?
It'll be 18 silver altogether for
I
the
still
full
got
meal.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Very good, sir.
That's one.
So great to
That
do
one.
there.
Full plate of roast beef.
Well, she goes away. You see the lizard man come over, wipes the table a few times with a big dirty rag and kind of sticks it in his belt. Grunts, walks away. Before the drinks
It's
come around.
remarkably like Luce, can I say?
Are you guys waiting outside until they tell
Yeah.
you to come in?
What was that?
Until like Kushagra and Lucian come in, tell you to come in,
Well,
or
I figured they'd already be in here.
Yeah.
But we went upstairs and dropped our bags off. Like,
Well, there was nobody at the,
We were
at the
just
front,
staggering,
was there?
well, I guess there wouldn't have been. She was busy dealing with you guys, so you
Yeah,
guys
just waiting
come
at
in.
the front
Let's say, assuming that you guys have been waiting at the front doors. She comes around.
I'm sorry, my lady. I'm sorry. I thought somebody would have been here, but to see you.
She comes down the stairs. And, oh, sorry. Greetings. Welcome to the Lizard
Hello.
Inn. Are you looking for a room, table?
Absolutely, not a table. Yes.
Okay, very good. For just 2.
Yes, please.
Right this way.
it's Buster. It's Buster.
Takes you through the floor.
Right this way, my lady. Right this way. I'm sorry. It's not up to your standards, but a drink should suffice.
She kind of, me in the company of royalty. What would this table do? Near the wall, kind of centralized in the room.
Yes.
I quickly pull out a chair. I quickly pull out a chair for her.
Just sit down and fix my skirts.
Around the
Would you like anything to eat, my lady?
No, just the drink.
Okay, just 2 drinks, please.
Wine or beer?
Wine, please.
I'm afraid I only have the pressure available.
You got that.
It is of a moderate quality. Doing a bottle or a cup?
Seal the bottle, please.
The seal above. 2 silver.
Nothing. That's for no one tampers with it.
Yeah. I'm sorry to bother you, but do you know what time the castle opens and closes each day?
Oh, we should be closing the gates within an hour or so. It's almost 10:30.
And open?
Oh, in the morning at first bell, so 8 a.m.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much. Let's get our drinks and then be on our way, my lady.
Yes.
Can't miss. Can't miss.
Right away, we will get someone to wipe the table.
Thank you very much.
The lizard comes by.
So they're all pirates. Okay.
I knew it. And eventually, things come for both of you guys, and some food as well. Otherwise, you guys are outside still.
So much total, so be the bottle
So
of wine.
bottle wine, 2 silver. Are you getting food as well? Or just
No, just the wine.
2 silver.
Nice and easy drunk.
I open the bottle.
Bitch.
I open the bottle personally and pour the wine.
This'll do. Because I haven't had it before.
It's foodie.
It's fruit, man.
Tastes like wine. I will have one alcohol, please.
My lady, may I partake? No, thank you, but
No, don't worry.
Like one of the is clearing a table nearby, kind of like.
Yeah, probably.
No, I've never seen that.
I'm so excited, Barrett.
I'm not sure if I like growing.
So, Timdell and Usk, you guys are still outside?
Usk said earlier that he doesn't think that we're going to stay here anymore. So I would kind of look around and possibly walk in the direction of another inn. It's okay.
There are a few nearby places. So you have the Four Lads Inn.
Well, he's the one that can
And then, I mean, you could go into the main keep for Cheap Saloon.
God, here.
The other one that would be
try.
in related.
do you want to walk go to the Four Lads?
Let's try lizard lips.
You want, okay, we're going in, baby. We're doing it.
Let's see what happens.
See what
As you
happens.
guys push through the door, and you look across the room. You see your companions in the main room.
the coin.
You look above.
Is it or do
Again, you see like this large window overlooking the rest of the room from like a vantage point of some kind. Kind of. I don't know what else to describe it as. It doesn't need to be. As you are greeted by this lovely lady. Oh, good evening. Sorry. And good evening down there. Hi. Finishing work early for the day?
Who, me?
Yes. Isn't it still 9th bell?
Yes. Yes, I suppose
Sorry, I was making assumptions. I thought you were a minor.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'm right. That's fine. I'm a gnome. I get that a lot.
I'm sure. Table, or are you looking for a place to stay?
Yes, actually, we're expanding our horizons.
You are not from the castle.
Oh no, we are. We're just, checking out the local inn. That's all.
Oh, do you stay inside the inner keep more? Sorry, it's not my business. A table and
I
a
know,
room. Would you like a general or premium? We have 4 premium rooms available still.
Oh, what's the difference?
Or a double bed, or 2 single beds, and the price, of course. And if you're looking to pay,
Loves to be dirty.
Single's fine. Or the
In my
regular's fine.
okay, for a single, 2 silver, please.
I got you.
And I will show you to a room. Upstairs, please, this way. She takes you up the stairs and kind of looking back. So, where did you get your...
Oh, I've known him for quite some time now. It's,
Very good.
yeah, sheriff companion for a while now.
You find they are good laborers around here when they are well kept. Very simple, easy to command, and I'm sure you know.
We're more partners than me commanding him.
Oh, fascinating. Can I call it by name?
You should ask him.
He looks up at you.
Interesting.
Can I ask your name? Usk. Usk. Oh, that's the lizard man name. Well met, Usk. And Chloris. Sorry. This is your room here. And she opens up. You see 2 single beds. Window in the center. Simple, easy. Folded sheets.
She didn't run in the key.
Here's your key, and please enjoy your stay.
Using your own name.
Goes away.
Yeah, thank you.
That's the cheese.
Okay.
Okay, so we're good.
So
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
in your room.
Oh heavens!
Yeah, but I feel like we're just gonna come right downstairs. At least I am. Yeah.
So you guys make your way downstairs. Find a table.
Drop my stuff off. Yeah.
You're finding a separate table from everyone, assumedly.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've all seen each other now, and
Yeah.
you all like.
At this point, you would hear the ninth bell sounding outside. It's actually quite nearby you. It's the statue of Tulgo itself. You guys would have passed by it enough to see the individual Tulgo who is manifested in the statue with a large hammer in one hand, and the other hand holding a large bell outside with a long chain that descends down. You see two guards that are standing outside.
Oh, I thought the statue hit it.
I still have
Yeah.
I still have an hour, right?
Yeah. You
Uh,
do. Yeah, you do.
Before we have to go in.
Yes, that would be the ninth bell. So it would be 5 p.m. by then.
All's well. All's well.
And you guys ordering some drinks as well?
No, just food.
Just food?
Yeah.
Is there anything we can get you right away? Drinks, food, stuff, just food?
Oh, just food, please, thank you.
Meal, meat, soup, bread, fruit, cheese?
Yeah, all of it sounds great.
All of it.
Mm.
Okay, so
Oosk,
8
are you hungry?
silver, 11 silver, 14
For
silver,
both of us.
14 silver, 8 copper.
For both of us.
For if you're getting one of everything, yeah? Or one of everything for both of you. So 14 silver, 28 silver, and 16 copper. So 29 silver. Call it 30 silver.
Having a
Round it up.
regular feast.
So
Big
3
flaunting
gold, I guess. And it's going to be a fair bit of food, but it's no big deal.
We haven't eaten all day, man.
Yeah.
You need now.
So as you guys sit around the
I
room
feel
with
like
one
he's
another,
gonna finish it.
and before the meal comes, Elizabeth comes over and kind of like, Dad, what fudge is it called? Speaks to you in Draconic. Asks you where you're from.
Like, I know what's up.
So my motherfucking mind.
And whatever that would be in Draconic, if there is a
Okay, it
translation.
would probably be Selga or
Yeah.
something like
They
that.
also respond in common. They don't probably understand.
He like looks around. Where that?
mainland.
Where?
Take all week.
Won't.
Oh, bother. Oh, bother.
Fucking Eeyore over here.
Wood on water.
Rope. Much fun. Strange.
She's just like down licking a bunch of or eyeball licking.
Well,
Where from?
swamp.
Do I understand that word?
No, this is all in Draconic.
Yeah.
As a few moments that you guys are discussing this before this human male approach your table as you guys are having this interaction. Older man, the bristled mustache and kind of a gray, dressed in a comfortably defined clothes, with a small little cape
I don't
that he
talk
kind
to
of
people.
throws over one shoulder, which as he kind of quickly, briskly walks towards the table, kind of billows, and he holds it in check and kind of keeps it over this one shoulder, it seems. There'll be no fraternizing with the guests there. I think you move along there, Sharpen. Sure. As he grunts and then just kind of like walks himself through a little apron, kind of fixes it. I'm sorry for the disturbance there, friends. Greetings. I'm the owner of this establishment. My name is Thaddeus. Thaddeus Velthorn.
Stop.
No.
Chatty.
You found another.
Thaddeus, not Chatty.
Yeah, I guess to say it.
Still.
Greetings and welcome to my establishment.
Brother.
Frat brother.
I have not seen you around here, my fine boy. Does he speak common?
He does, yes. Oops.
I've never seen your one quite as big as you around here. Are you working?
Always.
what type of work do you do? Do you always looking for more laborers around here? Of
He
course, if
works
you're-
for me.
Are you looking to sell or?
Absolutely not.
Very good. What is it that you do around here?
No, I don't do a whole lot, to be honest with you. But I just I invent, and I'm come here looking to possibly learn from the inventor inside Castle Avondale.
Oh, well, I would recommend checking the workshop, most likely then. It would be the most likely finding place of engineers.
Thank you.
It's not too far from here. It kind of points a little bit west.
I don't know where.
You have been here long?
No, actually, just arrived.
Oh, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for choosing Lizard Lips Inn.
Yeah, of course.
One of the finest inns in all of the castle, if you ask me, although you found well established for the inner castle. That's fine with me. Sometimes the royals do drink here, but not often. Not often. Anyway, please enjoy your stay, and if there's anything I can do to help, please let me know. Enjoy the Thank you. Kind of like half bows and then backs away. And go over to the lizard man who was talking after that and like visibly scold him in the middle of the restaurant, like, and he just kind of like hands between his shoulders, you know, like he just dips the head down and kind of like,
Oh, sure, babe.
sure we can all turns away and starts he goes to the back somewhere. See the other lizard man who's like at the bar pouring beers, kind of like scolding them.
I just tell you to keep eating, just thinking of
I can see the scene where you're like, be free, you're free now. They're running outside of the inn. They just immediately start like eating people. Smashing barrels.
The lizard folk
It's like,
is
yeah.
You're just getting there like,
As a few minutes pass by before like a heaping amount of food begins to arrive, like 2 lizard men are carrying full trays of food. You see like 2 chunks of meat, 2 huge platters of fruit and cheese, a bowl of soup with bread, another bowl of soup with bread, another cup of soup, another bowl of cheese. Like so much food that it just covers the whole table. And then it goes away. The server comes over and says, sir, do you have everything you need at the moment?
And we're joining you today.
Very good, enjoy. Thank you.
you walk in here from our table's like, how come they got served?
You guys go.
We've been here for 3 What's that? Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
So as you guys wander around the room, see what you see. There's not a lot to see, of course, in terms of like people that are in there. Spook has a huge bounty of food before him. Is there anything you guys would like to be doing in that time?
Yeah, I'd like to get up and waddle over to the table with Barrett and Davina.
Okay.
In all my years, I've never seen
I'm
anyone
sorry.
so beautiful.
I'm sorry. Please do not talk to. I'm her tongue.
But of course, I was speaking
let
to you,
him
Barrett.
go on. I would like to give you a cup of.
Well, did you find out
Now
the time that the gate opens in the morning?
8 a.m.
Would you like us to meet you there then, or perhaps, how about we say 9 a.m.?
We'll meet here at 9 a.m.
No, inside the gates
Okay.
tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
Sounds good.
Is there a
Can you move
place
the map up a little
that we should move to?
Oh, yes, sir.
Maybe somewhere
Blacksmith?
where people gather. Maybe the bathhouse.
Not a bad idea.
Inconspicuous.
Where's the workshop that he was talking about?
Just a bit
That I thought so. Okay.
And then there's like a little road that leads off to a quarry, not far off map.
Okay. Sounds like
Maybe the saloon was. You're already gonna be there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll meet at the saloon at 9 a.m. I'll go inform the others over there. Our very hungry friends, it seems.
All right.
Then enjoy your night.
Peter dangling.
Shall we finish up and head in?
Yes.
Are you drinking the whole bottle?
No, we're splitting it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll
Maybe a little
come over and
tiny bit tipsy.
Yeah.
basically relay to you guys. 9 a.m. at the
You
saloon.
underestimate
Get the
Davina's livers.
B squared.
They have room number. Get the room number.
Oh, true. Can we pretend that you told us your room? Oh, we
Oh,
don't.
not then. These two. At least.
We're staying in one of the regular rooms.
It would happen for a minute. There's 12 rooms. I'll say it's number 1. It's fine.
Oh, one's missing on my key.
Yeah, 1.
There you go.
Number 1. Weird. We're at number 2.
How coinky dinky of this.
You guys are on the floor below them. You guys are on the 3rd floor where the general rooms are, and the 2nd floor is premium rooms.
We're in our number.
It says P1. Premium 1.
Premium one.
P1.
Play one.
So, Davina and Barry, you guys finish up your bottle of wine? Yes. And you're heading into the inner keep, towards the doors at least, or the
This is exciting. Nothing bad could happen here.
No, nothing.
Nothing bad.
Nothing at all.
So, as you guys leave, the
What
lizard
mischief did these two get into?
the hostess kind of sees you out and, have a good day.
Okay,
Thank you for joining.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Of course. And take care. As you guys make your way across
Make sure to
beyond
open the door.
statue, head towards the main gates. Again, you see several guards and then a blue-cloaked knight individual who is also there. There's less traffic of people coming in and out at this point because it's a little bit later in the day and most people have wanted to come out, have already come out. As they stand there, you guys approach. The knight stands there quietly. The 2 guards step in front of him. Greetings.
Hello.
Heading inside, are you?
Yes. Before we get locked out.
We're looking for boarding at the Cheap Saloon.
Of course. Well, if you're looking for boarding, everyone
Thank you very much.
is not wanted or anything. So.
No.
I mean, there's no checks. It's just what it is. So as you guys pass in, the streets are cobbled of stone, quite beautiful. Straight ahead of you, you see 4 statues, and then a beautiful lawn of grass that's surrounded by stonework with a fountain in the middle. To your right, you see a fairly long and tall building of 2 stories, mostly stone and plastered with wood beams. There are some balconies on the 2nd level that overlook the street below, and shuttered windows left open to kind of air things out, assumedly, and line the walls otherwise. A single wooden door, painted blue, stands street front, where a sign next to it stands and reads, Cheap Saloon.
I believe this is
Stubborn goat.
yeah.
Should I just name something so them?
You should.
Actually.
Yeah.
That's straight out
Pretty
of the
close,
campaign. Are you kidding me?
No kidding, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys heading in, assumedly?
Yeah. I opened the door.
So you go through the doors. On the bottom level, you are met by by the bar, and almost immediately the room branches off either side, the stairs up to the 2nd level for one, and then behind the bar you see several barrels and shelves of silver and steel mugs and things like that in there. The room left by 2 swinging double doors where there's a kitchen and storeroom and things like that. But it seems like there's no actual drinking lounge here. This is just an inn. So there's like a front little desk spot for you guys, and then like a staircase that kind of heads up, like a little tiny lounge room with like maybe a few benches by the door. I'm so sorry. Okay. Oh wait, I misspoke. Right, to the right actually, beyond the staircase is a main dining room where there is a smaller room that's neatly arranged with several beautiful round tables, tablecloth, and a central elevated stair where a large, well-used piano resides under a silk chandelier in the center of the room. Very classy establishment. There's candles along the light. It smells nice inside. Immediately as you guys are standing there in the entrance behind the bar, you see a human female.
I'm so sorry.
Take a moment. It's all good. Take a moment. Coffee in the pit. It's okay.
Yeah, it's just like in the back.
You ran out of water.
Oh, I hate that. I hate when that happens.
It happens. Take a moment. So, you see a human male behind the bar. She has short, sharply cut hair, which hangs past her ears.
Okay, you heard it too.
Okay, yeah.
Human male?
The human male behind the bar. She has
Human male? Oh, human female. Did I?
Jeez, I
It's been
heard
2
you.
weeks, that's what happens. Anyway, she has a darkish red-brown hair color. She wears a very stylish but very modest long dress of one plain color, just solid blue essentially, and keeps her arms very tight to her body as you guys approach. And she's very to the point and professional. So, good afternoon, evening.
Hello.
Welcome to the Cheap Saloon.
Thank
Looking
you.
for rooms tonight?
Yes, please.
Let me see what I have available. Thank you, Davina.
Oh my god, could you imagine? No room.
Just one room or two?
What do you have first of all?
Well, our rooms are 2 gold per night. They contain a single or a double bed, a private trunk for your valuables with a key, a small dresser, and kept very neat and comfortable and organized.
Well, my lady will have the finest room that we can get, and I'll have whatever I can get.
All of the rooms are equal. Unfortunately, if you were looking for some lesser dwellings, I would recommend checking the outer wall.
I cannot leave my lady though. That's
Perhaps a room next to hers.
I shall 2 rooms.
Very well. Be 4 gold the year.
I like Sudbury.
That's not bad.
I would like it all.
Oh my god. I wish you were a cocky prick again. I would much prefer. Never thought I'd say the words.
I know.
Bring Barrett back.
Nothing but an entertainer.
And if you're looking
That came out
for
really
B-O-B-B. Bring our Barrett back.
if you're looking for entertainment for the evening,
Bring our boy back.
You're my boy, Barrett.
we will have a pianist joining us in after 10th bell, I believe, and we will have wine, of course, offered in the dining room as well as snackables, fruits and vegetables.
Processed meats and junk.
Don't lecture.
But there is a bathhouse across town, across into the inner keep. I would recommend checking the bathhouse if you're looking for a place to clean up.
What are you saying?
There's none in the rooms.
Not in my establishment, unfortunately.
Take your dirty asses.
He's lost yourself before
Watch yourself.
Watch yourself. But if you're feeling fair, but perhaps it would be worth a walk before the evening sets in.
Very well.
You will have to go up the street to the right and to the very end. In the corner, you will find the bathhouse. But I'll show you to your rooms first.
no, thank you very much.
Takes you up the stairs, leads you to your rooms, opens them up. They're beautiful. They smell nice. They're neatly arranged. Beds are soft, comfortable. It's beautiful.
Is this the you like, my lady?
No one's around, Barrett. No, get out of here.
Back in that bit so we can
Yes,
be normal.
this will do.
And if you need anything, I am, you may call me Miss Romanov.
Thank you very much.
I will be downstairs at the desk. Enjoy your stay.
Thank you.
Okay, cut the crap.
Isn't that how nobles like to be talked to, though?
She wouldn't know. I don't think she's a bloody noble. I'm not here. I'm not here.
So as you guys get settled in, you guys who are still in the lizard lips,
Don't we get a glimpse?
enjoy yourselves. Is there anything you guys need to be accomplishing?
I need to soften up my bread.
Soak it in the
You
soup.
definitely got seafood.
Sitting in there.
It's just steam. Soaking up, it's just like a soggy loaf afterwards with vegetables loose in the...
That's so gross.
That is some
Supposed to
wet bread.
disturbing.
So much soup
I
in my whiskers
hate
just dripping down my face.
I
I think we have a bath there.
As that's happening, I say one of the lizard men patrons comes over with a few napkins, cloths, and just puts them on the table next to you, folded neatly, and he just walks away. I'd say the time that you guys are standing in there or sitting in there, roll me perception checks as well.
Yeah, sexy.
10.
Not great. Very deep into it.
13.
4. Nice.
Too busy eating.
Yeah.
What'd you?
10.
10.
Flat 10.
Timdell and Kushagra, you guys would notice, it's just kind of funny because you're at different tables, which is good. That in the large window that's overlooking the entire floor, you see the individual who came to your table earlier, just standing in front of it with his arms over his back, looking over the entire floor, like eyes just peering over.
I'll kind of give you the eyes and like look at him, the window.
Like it basically takes up the entire wall, what would be, and like looking through it beyond, like it's hard to tell with a little bit of the glare, but you can see like that's his, it seems like a private living quarters inside. There's like a little chair that's looking towards the window with a little table next to it, like a bed on a higher level beyond that, and like it's his private living quarters that he just watches the room from.
Yeah.
Can I tell if he's like actively searching for something, or if he's just passively like looking over his tavern?
I mean, it seems more the latter from what you could tell. I mean, it would be hard to discern exactly what his motivations are.
He's not fixated on any one thing. Right?
No, he seems to be peering very generally.
I was going to ask.
You'll probably catch him looking at you guys specifically at times because there's not as many people in there right now.
At the lizard folk. Is he looking at the lizard folk specifically?
I would say like you see him.
Right, he's always monitoring.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the floor. I mean, he scans from side to side. At some point, he certainly is looking at his lizard folk for sure.
Yeah, but not solely focused on them yet.
No, not necessarily. No.
Okay.
It seems like more like what you would guess is he's looking for problems and looking to correct them if possible, like he already earlier did.
So I'm assuming that he saw the lizard folk talking to you, and that he was watching from his window, came down to GTFO, and then went back up to his little hideout.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm picturing like obviously the images of like sweatshop workers where like the manager's office is above. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'd say
Charlie in the Chocolate Factory.
I'd say the time that you guys are spending as well, Lucian and Kushagra, your table especially, the server girls will be coming around asking you for more drinks quite often. They will be very flirtatious with you as well, and trying very hard to get some more money. So, are you guys staying in town? Do you have any plans for the night? I mean, it's just a good time. We can always get you another round, and you can really thoroughly enjoy yourselves.
What are they selling here?
Why is it that whenever I play an old man, I'm immediately Master Roshi?
So yeah, they'll be trying to. If you guys are going to buy more rounds, it's up to you, of course. But they will be coming around periodically.
I have no idea what that means because I'm not American, but it sounds like
Gallon's about 4 liters.
Yeah.
What? 4 liters of beer? Pretty well. You're set.
You're set.
I mean, goes fast.
I'll just keep buying.
I wasn't planning on having
It's like 2 pitchers.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. I wasn't even planning on having 1 pitcher. So
yeah,
you're drinking a lot there, Lucian.
Yep. Yeah, I do. Drunk in a hot tub. Here we go.
Invite us to your table.
Like 4 beers or so is what it would equate to in terms of like mug versus the.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Are there still a lot of people in the space, or is it like just us, or?
There's still like a few people, probably half a dozen or so, mixed batch of more wealthier looking people than like your average Belskabos, like peasants, but only because they're not currently working right now.
Should we do some recon? Should we mingle? Or is that dangerous?
It might be dangerous.
Mingle for the tinkle.
Please, I hope to God, I'm so grateful. You're not here to say that.
No, I'm in grovel mode.
I hate that too, though. So.
We're not a fan of that either. Yeah, okay. I can stay with that. Somewhere in the middle would be great.
Yeah, right.
You mean in there?
Yeah, somewhere in the rings.
What would it be that we'd like to start coming about?
Oh yeah, it's only
we're newcomers in town. Anything people should know?
Yes, that's a good idea. If they have something special for their prisoners of some sort, maybe.
Well, maybe
go
it's not just so specific, but let them tell us what they know. Not specific questions get us in trouble.
Yes. How's the city? What do you like?
What's the goss?
What's the gossip?
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
The hot goss.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Well,
Who's your father?
Who's your matter? Well, my mother is a matter. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's fine.
You
Oh,
are.
it's fine.
Yes, sir.
All right. Maybe.
Is there any tables that look like they're having like a cheery, like, do people look like they're having dinner? Are there anybody like gambling or like openly singing songs or like?
So looking specifically for that, there's a table of 3 like, merchant type looking gentlemen that seem to be having a fairly enjoyable time. Like you see multiple empty mugs around the table, and then like you've seen them get another round at least once since you've been here, and there's kind of like food and remnants of food over the table. They seem to be enjoying themselves fairly well. Like the servers come around and you hear laughs and raucous kind of enjoyment coming from that area every time that they come around. The lizard men come around and like clean up the table a few times and like wipe the floor a few times from spilled beer. They laugh at their expense.
By golly. That looks like a good mark. I mean, potential.
I agree.
hi,
What? How should we angle this?
You're killing me.
They're fellow merchants.
Yes,
You have something to sell.
I have something to sell.
Oh,
I
God.
don't know if a sloppy place like this would be a great place to
Sloppy?
unfurl my
Well,
tapestry.
we're making connections. We're new in town.
Yes.
Is there a place for 2 at the table, or is it quite full?
You would have to pull 1 extra chair up.
I will let you sit down if we were going up. Shall we?
Let's go over and see how friendly they are. Would you like to take the lead?
Certainly. I'll be.
Or maybe it's better if I start.
You might be a happy, friendly old man, and I can come over and collect you if need be.
All right, that sounds good.
Yes.
I'm gonna go over, old man. See, basically my thought is they might be like, get the fuck out of here, old man. We don't want anything to do with you, which they might do with you there regardless. So
Yeah.
I can go over, test out the waters.
So you start to wander over as you kind of hear them like slam their drinks down and slick them down. And
So they don't have any like dice or cards or anything out on the table.
no, it doesn't appear to be. They're just drinks, spilt beers, food. You see one guy like grab a couple of small tomatoes and just pop them into his mouth, and spurt a little bit. He's kind of like, who's this now?
Hello there, young man. I'm new in town. I'm looking for someone to play a bit of cards with.
Cards? What kind of cards?
Oh, there'll be a gallon of beer in it for you if you win. It's a game from not around here.
See one of them kind of like, that beer. We got plenty of beer. What else? What else can you trade for?
Oh, what do you have? What do you need?
Well, depends. What have you got?
I want to be trying to be listening to the conversation on top of the stream.
Selling my damn house.
Well, I do have some coin that I would have to buy, said you.
Coin. Boring.
I can hear time.
That's just
Coin is boring. We trading coin all the time. Something interesting. Tabaxi like yourself probably has something interesting.
Well, unfortunately, I am but an old man, and I do not come across many interesting trinkets.
Perhaps a story, right?
My
Tabaxi like you.
my traveling companion
Probably
though,
is a
is
story.
quite the adventurer, and I gesture over to
Traveling event.
I gesture over to
You
him.
adventure.
He is quite the adventurer, and he could tell you a tale.
Bring him over. Bring him over. He's pointing generally. Where?
He'll, here,
You.
I wave you.
Come over here, adventurer. Tell us a story. He says to tell us a story.
I can regale you.
Easy,
One
Mentor. You've had a
one
few
comes
too
to
many.
mind.
Ah, shut up, Adonis. You don't know anything.
Would you like to hear the tale of the beasts?
Of course. That's why you're here.
So, my companion and
Hold on. Let me fly around.
my companion and I,
Some lizard men like,
we were traveling through the wood with some other members of a party. Sadly, they all perished. They all perished. Finally,
how did they perish?
by the beasts themselves. But we too managed to escape with our lives.
We
Myself.
were there.
It was there.
I was there.
You see, I did mostly all of the work.
Mostly all. That sounds like this fucker. You too, you fucker.
Oh, he was there.
What's in this one
Very, very dexterous. It was marvelous. It was 2 beasts.
No, how many people are at the table?
Just three guys.
Yeah.
There were 2. So, we had come upon this ruin. We were sent to seek some answers. From within the ruin, there was a mysterious item. I'll get to that later. So, we happened upon it. We snuck up upon the ruin as we noticed that there may have been some life within it, still lurking, still hunting, still killing. Yes. So, as we approached, I happened to see with my expert eyes, my incredible perception, I did notice not 1, 2 beasts lurking, prowling on the hunt. Hungry. And then we killed them. Yeah.
Bad ending.
Of course, I digress. Of course, there's more to it than that. But one of which pounced my friend, taking him down. You, not this friend.
Oh.
It was another friend.
Why not me?
Did they live?
You weren't maimed.
They were one who perished.
They were one who perished. Exactly.
Yeah.
But while they were distracted with their blood-curdling screams, I lay out a mighty, and as I'm about to say firebolt, I'm like, sword swing, yes. Take down the beast in one foul swoop.
I was gonna say we haven't seen any of it.
And then I noticed other of our compatriots shouting something from they're behind us, and yet the beast appeared from the bushes that pounced. And one of our companions fought on as there was a clawing match. And there was blood and guts and fur furled into the air. It was marvelous. It was a spectacle. It was bloody. Yes. Marvelous. I digress. What happened?
So now 3 lay dead on the floor.
3 lay dead on the floor, yes.
One beast felled by my companion here. 1 remained.
Yes.
Go
The
on.
the largest of the sort.
Or
Now-
a deception check.
That's a 7.
The one who's clearly the drunkest is like, oh, what? And the other 2 are like, the worst fake story I've ever heard.
And meanwhile, you can hear me cackling from the other table.
You don't believe him.
Is it that obvious? No, this story sounds almost entirely made up.
Well, why don't you show them the proof then?
No, it's not proof. See, proof. He's telling the truth. You don't even know he
We
is.
have proof.
Show him the proof then, right?
Tusk, you can't believe the tusk. Oh, you mean the sacred artifact that I found buried underneath the corpses and bodies that lay stacked high upon it. Anyways, I'll get the thing. And I pull out the mighty tapestry.
Huge tapestry. They begin unfurling it, and they're kind of like,
Behold, this was the sacred prized possession that was hidden beneath these ruins, guarded by these feral beasts.
Caster, what do you make of this? Let me see.
Caster?
Yes.
As in Fancaster?
No, probably not.
Probably like their John.
Yes.
No, 10 casters.
It's a very common name.
Fancaster and Caster are different names, but anyway.
Oh.
As he kind of looks at it.
Bastard.
Well, judging by the stitching, the edges here, it's definitely elven.
Just
I
correct.
reckon this would be something from the ruins or something along those lines. Where did you find this?
This is
Ruins, you said, yeah?
No, cathedral. It was south of here.
South.
Yes, just past First Fireport.
Whoa. Didn't know there was ruins.
Yes, nothing else was there. It was just No,
Don't know what the ruins are.
Literally.
Nothing else. I got
Yeah. I was like-
we're definitely not going to check that out. We're not adventurers. I'm just... This is actually a part of history.
Please.
Fine tapestry, yes, yeah, go on.
Ouch.
I can tell it's usually depicting the...
We're going to theatre.
Yes, that's it, yes. You know who might be interested in this, actually?
What would that be?
Fancaster.
I'll be down.
My old brother.
No relation, no relation. He's a gentleman. He owns a shop in town here. He's a collector of a lot of artifacts of elven culture from the ruins itself.
You don't say.
Be worth checking in with him. He'd probably offer you some coin for it.
Marvelous.
Would be my best guess.
I mean, seeing as the story that took for me to come upon this.
Well, but of course, if you're not willing, I'd be happy to take it off your hands for some coin. What do you think? As a donus. About 50 gold for it.
Oh, I'm tempted, my good. What is your name, sir?
I'm Caster.
This is Gaster, right? Of course, my mistake.
And my friend Adonis, and Mentor, the drunk one here.
Meant.
Barely drunk.
Mentok, a mind taker.
Please forgive me.
Yeah. The lizard men immediately come along.
Yeah. Please forgive me, Gaster, but
Mentor.
Who's just fighting?
Adonis, Caster, Mentor.
if this Fancaster can actually truly give me an approximate evaluation, I feel I should go with him.
Well, he's going to charge you for it, but
Yes.
yeah, I'll give you 50 gold right now. Save you the trouble.
It is very well thoughtful of it, but I fear I must decline. This is too sentimental for merely 50 gold.
Oh, yes, I understand. I would tell him that story, perhaps the true version of it, though. Whatever it be. It's not that far. Just rolled it
I
again.
just rolled.
Yeah.
And he might be interested. He's quite curious, of course.
Fantastic.
I'd say he'd be worth talking to.
Yeah, there's gonna be 4 next time.
It's gonna be big.
There was a baby.
So,
Yeah, the time.
you two are very interesting folk. You come from around here, then. And your tabaxi friend, your name, sir?
My name's Chicago.
Chicago, nice to meet Adonis.
Xavier.
Xavier, lovely to meet you as well.
Good to meet you as well.
What do you do in town?
Well, we travel between the towns. We're here in Castle Avondale for a few days, waiting for the next shipment, and then we travel on to the first fire. This is kind of what we do. Yeah.
What do you ship?
It depends.
Oh,
Mostly these days, minerals from the mines, precious golds, gems, things of those sorts. Whatever we box up, we take along. It's easier for us to not pay too much attention.
Fair enough.
Do you have your own protection then for along the roads?
Of course, yes.
What uses protection?
Adonis and Caster. He's like, I have a crossbow. He has one as well.
You never find any trouble around Swamp Town, perhaps?
Oh, we don't go there. We go right through on the trail.
Is this the drunkest one that's telling us this?
No,
As he's saying, I have Adonis and Caster meeting.
That one.
well, I guess he would have said that.
Yeah, yeah.
He probably doesn't do much fighting, I guess.
Yeah, he's a drunk.
Now we take care of ourselves. No, we've had some troubles, I suppose, where we've had to avoid bandits, things of those sorts, especially on the road from the bridge to First Fire in the last few months. But for the most part, it's fairly safe travel these days. The kingdom has done well at keeping it rather safe, and as long as you don't go up the road to Swamp Town, you'll probably never come back. Where most people go, they don't come back.
I've heard.
Similar
yeah.
thing.
Let me tell you a story.
We've been.
You want to tackle?
You passed by and part of heard stories.
Oh, it's impossible to not. That's right. Have you checked out the Thickerly Woods yet?
No.
Well, don't.
What have you seen in the Thickerly Woods?
I haven't seen anything myself, but they are off limits to the public for good reason. There's some say the ghosts or shadow creatures or something. Old wives' tales, but people do go missing when they go into those woods. After the castle had cut most of them back, it seemed the woods themselves wanted to fight back at some point, and they've since been left where they are.
Where do you stay in First Fire Port?
Oh, we stay here. Oh, First Fire! Of course, at the Hunter's Lodge.
We should try out, what was the name again, Xavier?
Yes, the fair-breasted inn, something along those lines. The breast.
Red
Breast. That's baby. Cocoon.
Oh, yes, the old house. Yeah. Well, it's not really an interest in going there since it
I'm, like,
closed
muttering
down
under my
its
breath.
wells. Do you know what I mean?
What? The faded breast.
Yes. It's changed its whole model. It used to be a very good place to go for good company in Kent.
Well, I've heard they recently have been had quite a boost in their stock. Their
Yes,
wine
they have a
stocks.
wine selection uncomparable.
Oh, it's, well, so sure they serve wine there. They've always served wine there. Oh, no, they haven't.
Yes.
I specifically remember being quite bloated.
It might be worth taking another look at the.
Next time you're in town.
I suppose I can check it out.
Yes.
See what this is all about.
Any advice while we were in town? We did just come in today.
Oh, what are you looking for?
Ins and outs, what not to do.
What not to do?
What to
Well,
do?
don't disturb the guard and keep your nose clean, I suppose. Same as every city in the nation, you know.
Of course.
Any sights to see or people that we should talk to in town other than Farcaster?
Well, that would be my most interesting thing to go and check out. His wares are quite unique. Expensive, some of them, but I'm sure for the right price. There's a very, very valuable goods within that place.
And fancasters.
If you're looking for worship, currently the church is still under construction, but you're welcome to head. If you can get into the castle, there's a church within the inner keep. If you're looking for worship,
All right.
also the statue of Talgo outside the main gate serves as a place of worship for most of the Beskavos within our small city here.
Wonderful.
If you said your adventures, if you're looking for equipment, the blacksmith is quite talented, actually. Charges a fair bit unless you're friends of the king or the king's guild, but worth an investment for sure. His wares are very fine indeed.
Is it fine dwarven steel or?
Not sure specifically. I do believe the blacksmith himself is as a dwarf. Let me just double check.
No, it's no misread.
Oh yes, yes. The two dwarves that do work there, they're quite skilled.
Fantastic. That's great news.
Brownie. Brownie is the name of the headsmith.
Oh, Brownie. Yes.
He calls him. I'm sure he has another name, but
He's Brownie for now.
to hear about my crossbow.
That's fantastic.
Not on me, but
Could be green rocks. It seems like they use it for that.
That's a good point. Marvelous.
Well, thank you, gentlemen.
Thank
You've
you very
been
much.
most entertaining company, but I am an old man and I must be off to bed for the evening.
yes. I suppose it'd be worth checking out if you're interested. Forlord's Pond as well. If you're looking for a good swim or possibly some fishing. And there's a rather shitty but very fun place to go and hang out and enjoy yourselves there. The Four Lads Inn, run by a bunch of idiots, but it's very cheap and affordable accommodations if you're looking to roll around a bit.
Bad.
Roll around and fill.
But a great place to go and enjoy yourself freely. That's for sure. Kind of looks out the window, looks back down.
We're going to Florida.
Oh. Pikachu rambunctious in here.
I see. This is the place to unwind, as it were.
Well, you can unwind here, yes, within reason. The muscle around here will certainly keep things under a certain level, of course.
Of course. No, makes sense. Wonderful. Well, thank you.
Speaking of
for-
mentor, you should probably slow down a little bit. But we very well. It's
I
fine.
will see myself off for the night.
Okay, yes. Come now. I'll take you up the stairs there. Chicago.
They're leaving. I'm gonna motion to you to leave because we're gonna. Well, I want to follow them up the stairs basically, and then see if they found out anything.
Okay, so you guys do so.
Yep. Yes. I see you on
You guys in the hallway at the moment.
Oh, yes. So,
Could we step inside?
Your room's closer.
That's it. I
I
thought we
guess we're on the second floor.
Oh.
It'll be nice.
Premium.
Premium flow.
I'll step in. Okay, you have the key, I believe.
Do indeed. And all of our things are still there.
It's been robbed in an hour.
Fuck.
This place is like
I hate this place.
What is it, Timdell? Do you have news for us?
No, nothing. No. The only thing that I did find out is that perhaps my father is at the workshop. Is what Thaddeus told us. Thaddeus, the man. Did you see him overlooking the entire?
Ah, yes, in the window.
Yes. The manager of the establishment, the owner rather of the establishment, he did introduce himself to us. Much to his chagrin, unfortunately. Yes.
phrase.
Chagrin? That's a thing.
I don't know. I love it.
Are you downstairs? Or are you with us as well?
With you guys.
Yeah.
And how did you get to speak with any of the lizard folk here? Are they treated well?
No.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Dumb lizards.
Oh, okay. One of those.
Very accurate.
Perhaps they don't know any better.
Don't know much. They don't read like you.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of which,
Honestly,
Yeah.
we talked to a couple merchants there.
Yes.
Really only found out about your tapestry.
Yes. I think
Oh,
I could be
yes.
worth a real bundle.
I did hear about your story.
Indeed. Thank you. This was majestic.
They did mention the Poor Lads Inn being a place where people could be more free. That might be worth checking out. Anybody who has strong feelings against the nation will probably be there.
Yes.
Yes, very true.
That's not a bad idea. Perhaps we can go see
Down the
Tom
line. Down the line.
tomorrow.
We still need to meet up with Davina and Barrett.
Agreed.
9 a.m.
Yes.
at the
Sheep Saloon.
Cheap Saloon.
Yes.
You got it, Chicago.
Thank God for you.
My mind in all these old years, it goes.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's it for the evening.
Aye.
So you guys bedding down,
Good time.
We'll go up and yeah.
I'll go to bathe myself.
Okay.
Go to bed. Oh, you go to
And
bed.
there's nice, fresh, warm water waiting.
Oh, that's nice.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Don't
You're up there.
Yeah. I'm gonna mage hand a towel in front of me.
I have to look at you so I know that you're watching my back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's, are you
I can't bear to watch.
bedding down as well?
Yes, but I'm going to read.
For sake of time.
You have little spectacles.
You want me to light your book so that it can light in the dark?
For sake of time, I would say, just for the sake of it, we'll hear the 10th bell going on at that point, so it'll be 6 p.m.
Oh, way past my bedtime.
Can I see the castle from my window?
Let's just roll. No. Facing the stables.
I try to run to see if I can see the castle, and I'm like,
You can see horses. See Arga. Alright, so you guys are bedding down. So yeah, at 6 p.m. you can read for as long as you like. Depends on what time you want to be up. You need 8 hours of sleep if you're going to take a long rest. Otherwise, you can plow through and read all night if you wanted to.
do you want me to start working on your?
Why the fuck not?
Yeah,
Ooh, Jen,
I do.
Oh, the axe.
how long do you want to work on it for? Because you need, how many hours? 100 worth of working
I
hour?
think that's what it was. It doesn't actually say on the thing, right? So
I have it here. So. I believe that was pretty close to what it is.
Artificing.
But for each like section and block of time, we'll do a percentage roll to see if you mess up or not.
that's what I'm scared of.
So like, yeah, exactly. For each time you sit down to work on it, we roll 1% and see how it goes.
Should it be boosted by anything?
Could it be
Like my no, or no, you're thinking
Guidance
like
for
my artificer's lore, like where I get to,
Floor
so
and
that's
like
like a +4.
yeah,
Let me just find where.
plus 5%.
Here we go. So Smith's tools would be our check here. Well, you're just going to be using them, so it's more than percentage dice. Yeah, that is just it. Yeah, yeah. There is a
That's wrong.
10% of failure.
Duty
So you have 200 gold pieces worth of gems that you're working with.
Was it? Oh, I thought. Yeah, okay. That's what I had in my hand. Okay. What?
So you're working with 200 pieces of or gold pieces.
200 gold worth of, yeah.
You popped them out of all the
I
fucking
have,
rings
yeah,
and stuff,
exactly, yeah. Okay, well, first of all, that's not great.
That's a 60.
I guess it's a pass. Oh, 61.
All good. So how many hours were you spending, sir?
As many hours as you would be reading, let's say.
I want to read all night.
It'll be about
Okay,
6
not as many
hours worth of time before you guys have to go to bed if you want to be up at 8.
Yes, so 6 hours worth of.
Okay, 6 hours.
Okay.
Of successful tinkering. Tink, tink. Your room turns into a smithy for the night. People sleeping next to you are probably going to be pissed for at least an hour. What is that taking?
About the
But you guys are in the general room, so it's not as big a
It's
deal.
like colorful smoke billowing.
Yeah, exactly. I got the goggles on.
So you take all the gems, and now you need one thing you do need is like a shaft for the actual.
Right. Which we'll find. Maybe we'll go to the blacksmith tomorrow and figure that out.
So yeah, you can be working on like the infusion of it for now,
Yeah.
but you'll still need to find that component. It's not going to be hard to find.
Right.
It's something.
Big old piece of wood.
Yeah.
Big old friggin' fishbone or something like that. Like that you could make potentially would also suffice.
I guess I could. I have
Something,
I have metal scrap
something to
as well.
serve as a handle. Yeah.
Serpents.
It begins.
Oh, it'll be like sick as fuck.
It begins.
Real accent.
So Davina and Barrett, is there anything else you guys need to do before you bed down at the sleep sheets? Are you guys?
Well, it's still fairly early.
Yeah, we're cutting back in time. It's like 6 p.m. So.
Yeah. So we're gonna
Oh,
bathhouse?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
For bath.
Yeah.
Right.
And then wine and food after that.
Let's go up to the inner.
There's a pianist tonight, actually. Some entertainment.
Adrian Brody.
So as you guys go out of your rooms, because you were just basically up at your rooms, head down. It's still like a little bit earlier than 6 p.m. at this point, because whatever. And you travel across town of the actual castle. You see a lot more guards inside. As you pass through the streets, beautiful homes. Both I think all of them are 2 stories. Painted roofs, things like that. The inner keep is way nicer, way nicer. The streets are clean. You look down to the end of it as you approach the bathhouse, and you see this royal stables where there's a little bit of dirt patch and like beautiful horses inside. Beautiful, majestic looking horses inside. The stables itself is completely, entirely sheltered with 2 large barns, basically. So as you approach the bathhouse is a different thing.
We don't talk about that.
That's really funny.
Chippendales.
Maybe I changed it. It's a large single-story building, mostly stone and like a little simple roof. Built into the corner, essentially. Through a set of double doors, you are greeted by a counter and a small room of benches arranged along the walls, essentially like a little waiting room. And there are doors to the left and right. One side divides a bathing area, and the other side is for workers to kind of clean and refresh things. You see like workers passing through with fairly soiled, rags and cloths and things like that. As someone approaches you and kind of like, looking for a wash?
Oh, yes.
1 silver per wash. And right this way, follow me.
Thank you.
And she leads you down a set of corridors where you see like stone pillars that divide small sections that are curtained off from one another, and she kind of pulls one of the curtains over, and you see like a big tub inside. It's just still being filled with water, so it's like halfway full as some other person comes by with a big barrel and steam pours out as this warm water fills it. A little step ladder up to it.
I want that.
And she kind of like puts a little towel over one of the edges of like a little small chair that's beside it, puts a towel by it, and kind of like, if you need anything, just put your hand out. But enjoy it. Close the curtain.
Just a quick question.
Oh, yes.
Well, the clothes. Do you offer possibly laundry service while we're bathing? And
If you prefer, yeah.
yes, absolutely.
Your clothes, please. Closes it. Just pass them over.
There's my cape,
Thank you.
pants.
It's like standing above the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah, your head is coming up on it. Just a little.
Yeah.
These will be ready
Laughing at some
hopefully by the time you're done.
Oh, thank you very much.
We do have some waiting towels, if not.
Oh, thank
Enjoy. And do wave if you need more hot water.
Thank you. So essentially, we're curtained off, but me and Davina are next to each other.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, just a curtain is dividing,
Yeah.
and then like a big stone pillar that basically attaches to the wall.
I have a gentle bit of
All of the curtains are blue.
The only thing that would make this better
What?
is a bit.
You didn't bring any wine with you. Mistakes.
There'll be plenty when we get back to the inn.
Wow.
Take you guys about at least half an hour, but it'll be an hour before your clothes are done. So
So, do you think I was laying it on a little thick?
Yes. Yes.
Thicker?
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe thicker.
As thick as you can.
Yeah.
Grovel at my feet.
Yeah, I was like,
There.
you're not.
I'm done with I'm done. Good night.
This night has been just
Too many.
full of them.
Too many.
We haven't seen each other in a while.
Yeah.
So,
So,
can we just stroll right into the keep? I mean, obviously not at this time, but
I mean, it might be something to look
there's a
at.
church in there. I was gonna say, it's goody.
Maybe once
I'm a cleric.
I'm trying to get this.
we see how everything looks in the morning once everything starts to open up.
I do want to go to Van Caster's Fine Goods, of course.
It's in the name.
Well, yes. Fine Goods.
So, I meant to ask. I meant to ask you, Davina. You mentioned when we found you guys that Ursela offered blood to take your blood or something.
blood.
So she wanted to make a deal. And she wanted my blood for it.
Do you know what's special about your blood?
I perk my finger.
1 point of damage. You know the drill.
That's tradition.
Well,
You know the law.
What if the sword?
that's what I was
Pull
thinking.
out the sword.
Sword.
Ask it if it can smell anything about my blood.
You are separated by a curtain. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can just, yeah. Then the knife goes through the curtain. Oh, there it is.
So, do you want me to pull out the sword and
There's somebody on the other side. You want me to pull up my sword here in the middle of the bathhouse? Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
It might draw more blood than
Oh my god.
Too power sword.
Should I just pick it? It's below your sword.
I just.
That was no pinches. Next band is just like, oh my god. Oh my god.
It was just a family reputable place. All this new money is just
Back in
14
home place.
at most.
Wait till you have home. Sort of.
Well, what do you think?
if you want to, I guess, slide your hand through the curtain, I can.
You can lay my sword upon me.
Always gonna be. She's always gonna be there.
You guys hear from the next one over this.
I'm going.
One of the attendants. This is fine. It's fine.
And then what?
Well, what do you think?
Let's just believe it.
Ask it.
I can, yeah.
Ask it if it wants my blood.
It does. I don't even. Don't even have to ask. It does.
Really, let us drink.
Only if it can tell us what's so special.
Well, it might. Let's.
It's so.
I'm gonna.
Promise to
Summon a Whisper's Edge.
again.
Talk to it.
Do Do you know why Davina's blood's any special?
He's tasted it before.
Special.
She got into a little bit of a trouble with a hag that wanted her blood for some, not spell, but for an offer. And I just figured, you're our blood expert.
Some blood.
Oh, rest of the blood expert.
What is a hag?
Old magic.
Can I hear it or?
Not enough power to see.
It's. I kind of spent a bit of its power in the fight with the trolls. It's not charged up.
Well, what good is it then?
It needs my blood.
Any blood will suffice.
Some chickens.
It's a cuckoo, man.
Just kind of.
I'm gonna give it a cut on my hand.
How much do you want to bleed? I suppose.
Let's go.
Person who runs bath, I was like, woo!
Let's go 10 to 10.
I think like he's rubbing off.
So it'd probably be at 0. So
Nope, it was at 12.
what loses every hour, remember, that's not drinking.
Oh, you're right,
It
yeah.
would be at 0 for sure.
Yeah.
Since last time it was
Jeez
5.
Louise. Jeez Louise.
So you do so and
Sword.
Thirsty bitch.
you see that it consume into the sword as you do. It does drink your blood as well, it seems.
We make
10 HP.
decisions.
For 10 HP. Oh,
Infernal blood.
Yeah, drink it up.
That's hot.
What's it saying?
I had to give it some of my blood to.
Still
Well, it's a good skill now.
thirsty.
Yeah, being a middle person is kind of difficult. Can you take the wheel?
We made that? We made good.
good. Just a
Whisper, take the wheel.
whisper thing.
Okay.
I can only manipulate intention.
You're pretty good at that.
Pardon moi, monsieur.
So there's nothing you can tell us about Davina's
For
blood.
example, when he intended to use the sword for the first time, he
Yeah.
checked that it would work basically.
So
He knew what his intention was. And
Yeah.
same thing when you were like doing your Eldritch Weapon. He understood the intention
fair.
and that's what happened.
yeah,
Well, how much more blood does it need?
I
Bleed her dry.
I did not miss this.
Who knew the evil sword would be so evil?
that's
Fooled me.
that's not gonna
I
happen.
can see what it's like.
Bleed her dry. So I can
Yeah, the kind of.
I can find out what's special about her blood, and she's no longer.
I didn't rush into this.
Your hand is just like dripping blood right now.
I'm gonna cure wound or healing touch.
Okay.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, if it needs more blood, and I stick my hand in.
How
How deep do you want?
Make it quick.
You want it?
Oh my
It's your love operation. Let's go.
How deep is your.
Back.
No.
Let's go.
After all this drinking as well, you guys are going to continue drinking. All right. Fuck yeah.
Let's go 10.
Nothing like bleeding after giving or
Yeah,
drinking
yeah.
after giving blood.
So, oh God, I'm gonna see your hand come through the curtain.
How much blood do you want to draw? How much are you willing to bleed? I suppose. 10 HP. Okay.
About the same cut that I gave myself.
Nearly quenched.
I'm almost there.
Eat
2/3. 2/3.
I'm gonna.
2/3.
20 and 30.
Okay. 5 and 5, split
So-
I'm gonna give the other the last band.
10 more HP?
Yeah.
Minus 20. You see a faint emerald shimmer kind of like across the blade for just a moment as it.
Satiated.
There you're happy.
The first time it's been satiated.
Second.
It's very brief. The first time.
Because I used it.
Matter of
I
seconds. It was
used
like
it right
literally in
away.
the same breath almost.
Yeah.
Hey.
What we can build together, Barrett.
Well, I'm asking you whether or not you know if Davina's blood is special.
Strength 10 HP of it.
Ancient.
Ancient.
Over 200 years old.
So you're over 200 years old, Davina.
Elvish.
Kind of figured that with the ears.
But of a different type.
Kind of figured that. Elvish, different type.
Be positive.
Speed it up.
Oh, no.
Oh, negative.
Universal blade.
That is all I can discern.
That's all he has for now.
Ancient 2.
What use was that?
Sorry.
Way to go, guys.
So when it charges state. Once it's full charge.
One charge of 0
Yeah,
plus.
any incomplete charges lose
Okay.
an hour though, is how that works.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
So you have to
Oh, so it's charged now and will stay that way?
Yeah, that's
Until
good.
like
Until you spell it.
You gotta start cutting
you can
yourself
charge more than one charge. too.
Self-sacrifice.
Y'all
It ends up at
sacrifice
3.
yourself, but
I'm
Timmy is staying intact.
Yeah.
Paperless, so we do.
Not what I was expecting to
Oh, I never
do.
could patch you all up after you.
Let's be real.
Oh my god.
We have no
Do not promote that.
Support.
The fact that I was going to suggest it as you were right after you were going to suggest it.
Were you?
I was literally about to suggest it.
You two should not be talking about.
So we'll be alone together more.
Exact opposite.
We both live for it.
The cleric and the bard.
What a odd combination.
Hot combo.
Odd combo.
Second. I want to cast.
But you're not a normal cleric.
I'm going to
Even
cast.
for the morbid shit, she's a god cleric.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
God cleric.
Cop cleric for sure.
I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself.
Life is
Fuck. Stupid fuck.
I don't think I'll need it.
That's just
Stupid performance.
So I'm going to heal myself.
That was a pure
Ooh, that's
one,
nice.
like pure black coffee.
Is there a hot topic here?
11.
Oh my god, that's totally tippy.
I heal myself for 11.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Healing Word on
This
myself.
bitch.
So I just.
This bitch.
So, and I'm gonna cast. Yeah, no, I don't want to waste a second level spell.
No, yeah. Well, you usually able on this anyway right now, so.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
That's what I cast.
Second level spell.
So the sounds of healing magical words, things like that are coming. You hear like a little faint. Like,
Yeah.
Is everything going all right in there?
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay, very good. Grumbling for the
This guy
next-
must think
You
we're
hear-
in some.
You hear softer talking like next to you. No, everything's fine. They said they're just fine. Don't worry about yourself, buddy.
So 8 points.
Oh, what's wrong?
That did fuck all. Okay.
You guys do a little self-mutilation, a little self-healing. This is how death clerics go, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. Absolutely.
Whole territory of that, I think.
Yeah.
A little blood magic. Blood magic. Yep, good tips.
Are clothes done yet?
Takes half an hour or so pass by. Eventually they're brought around to you guys. And will there be anything else we can do for you today?
No, I think we're good. I feel nice and clean.
Me too.
Very good. That's always what we aim for. Perhaps a spritz of lavender before you leave?
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, a spritz of love. I'm just gonna get stared at by a lizard.
I'm not you.
I'm not talking with the servants.
One eye is always looking at me. It was one iron eye.
It's just the iron I'm working.
The JP double
Very
time to
dead
read the
stare.
book because you can only read it with us.
So after that, where are you guys heading next? About 7 or so by the time you're... Well, more like 6 or so.
Well, shall we head to the party?
Oh, there's no part.
Lead the way.
Swamp.
You guys don't know that.
Where you guys want to go? The party. I think you're making it. Very good. So where are you,
The party goes.
where are you walking to, I suppose? You're in the inner castle. So you're at the bathhouse.
No, the king's back.
It is like fairly dark out at this point, like becoming night after 6.
It's the name of my album.
The Cheap Saloon.
Same with
The Cheap
the album.
So then where you want to go before we head back there? I am famished.
That's Chad.
Sure.
Just like that sort of you.
We'll go, and I'll just want to check to see if the blacksmith's open while we pass by.
Okay. So yeah, it's easy enough to pass by. I would say, let's see if it's going to work late today. Oh, no.
Nope.
As you pass by, it's closed. Windows are darkened. There's no one currently at the smith, it seems.
Well, let's enjoy our night.
Shall we?
Yes. So, more groveling.
All the groveling.
All
Heading back to
groveling.
Cheap
And turn it down about.
No more growth.
Let's go 50%.
50%?
Right. Okay, so as you guys head in, as you open up the door, your ears are immediately met by the sound of a soft piano playing to a small room of people, probably less than 6 people in the room. Very quiet. Most of them are individual tables. You see a couple sitting at one.
Been a while since I've seen a piano.
See another individual sitting there.
I got so
He's
excited for a second.
long since made.
Usually he's the one that you see when...
He's a little overdue for
There's
making a
smoke.
Making one.
appearances he's no longer going to be making.
Harmonious, I remember.
He's the knight that fucked you up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This bitch.
I think you may have seen him.
Okay, so it's not.
But we'll see. You see an individual who... roll me history checks, actually.
What's gonna be?
So sorry.
That's straight.
It's all good.
It is
Well, no,
19.
Okay.
I'm from Grant.
You guys would recognize as an individual that you saw when you were at the Hunter's Lodge long ago. A human male in his 40s or so, tall, strong, salt pepper cut hair that's cut short with a little light beard. More specifically, remember because he has a very prominent scar on the left side of his face that reaches under his jaw. And sitting at one of the tables alone, he sees you come in, and he's sitting like in the corner of the room with his back to everything, observing the whole room. And in the center again is the elevated platform with the pianist who's currently playing. You see a blonde lady, very thin. From this vantage point with the chandelier light above, you see that she has a lot of freckles along her face and her shoulders, and she's kind of wearing like a little bit of an off-the-shoulder dress. She sits and plays like a lovely, gentle song. Very cute.
I'm going on.
It's been a while since I've seen a piano.
I can hit on her.
Right off the beat of the song, okay?
Oh,
But, yeah, devil on top.
potato potato, right?
Potato, potato. We'll let our man.
I guess we find ourselves at sea, though. Not as grovelly, pull out the chair.
Throw it up.
Okay.
Thank you.
Milady. Can I have to sit down?
Moment passes before.
Little Scarface?
No, he's not going to come over and say hi. Actually, he might. He might. That's her name is Romanova. Mr. Romanova comes over. Something to drink?
Yes.
Perhaps some snacks?
Oh, yes, I'm famished.
Very good. I will start a tab for you. Would you like to prefer to pay as you go?
Start a tab.
Very good. So some fruit, sure. Anything to drink tonight?
Yes. What are my options?
Of course, we have the Darkened Bottom available by the jug, Jellyberry Sauvignon, and the Crusher. We do serve the Golden King's Ale as well, if you're looking for something a little easier.
The Golden King's Ale.
Golden is standard ale drunk around here.
I should go with the dog and bottom.
No, I recommend very highly. A jug of that will be 8 gold.
And spirits.
Very expensive. Get around. Bitch. Davina's tab.
8 gold.
Alright. So Pina pass by for a jug of this. Like, you see her disappear around the corner, and there's a lot of barrels, and she pours from the barrel into a big jug, comes over with the cups, like silver goblets that kind of look up. Places them down on the table after like kind of brushing off the little tablecloth and straightening out any wrinkles that might occur. I'll be around in a moment with some fruits and vegetables as well. Please enjoy the entertainment. Pianist Ariande is happy to provide service for you. If you've enjoyed her playing for tonight, she does have a tip jar just on top of the piano. Feel free to patron her. As we see fit.
Don't mind if I do.
Leaves again.
I was gonna make a different joke, but
Yeah.
Ariana is definitely Ariana Grande.
Oh my god. Maybe.
Oh my god, I didn't plan this at all.
I just wrote that down like 5 seconds ago.
Well, that's
So,
subconscious working right there.
I have a list of names.
Great.
I think I know
Yeah.
when we would have run into, but I didn't write down the name. It would have been in session 9.
yeah, it's a very
Just go
big
short.
Boy.
I don't think we actually even really had a conversation with
No,
him.
you only saw him in the Hunter's Lodge. You saw him with other company a bit as well, but he seems to be on his own at the
Don't have to
moment.
sit down. It's like when you guys went to start.
I was gonna say, I feel like I probably have it. Do you
If you guys want to,
I recognize him, but don't.
if you guys want to roll me perception checks, maybe we'll tell you a little bit more about
Is it Delrid?
Delrid.
I'm right.
15.
Yeah,
Nice. Nice. Crushed it.
okay, so
19.
It's the one that
like observing this individual and like you guys are looking at him. He looks at you as well because he's an observant person. But you do notice a symbol upon his like brooch of a 3-pointed crown with 2 crossed swords underneath it that you would recognize as the symbol of the King's Guild.
Ah,
the forest? Oh, the quest
he's
forest.
King's Guild.
I don't think that's on this one.
Yes, yeah.
You tell me.
I don't think it's probably back here,
Doesn't
actually.
explain the
For me.
scar.
When did we look at it?
Good
Go
work.
drop those on the bill.
So would you
Ask the downward.
would have known, like he would have recognized Lucian Kushagra.
He was looking for intelligent beings. It
Saw
does say that specifically that he was looking for intelligent beings.
Oh.
Right. That's the only thing not going for me.
Well, there's somebody here that can put us at first fire port.
Agreed.
Oh, wow. I am saying this low so nobody can hear.
You talked as well.
We've
Those
done
are not
it.
The sound of the piano would muffle the conversations from table to table anyways at the moment.
I certainly haven't. I was escorted back to the Hunter's Lodge.
Well, he keeps looking over here every once in a while, but that might be because we're also looking at him every once in a while.
Do we recognize the girl he's with?
He's alone.
Oh,
I think the girl was the pianist.
Yes. He was still playing.
Fine. That's not me.
We haven't had any interaction with the King's Guild.
no. Can I remember the name?
Sure. She comes by a few minutes after that with a tray of fruit and vegetables and kind of puts it down. You see, like, beautifully sliced and arranged, like, kind of, fanned out and very pretty and, like, more ornamental than appetizing, to be honest. She puts it down. And we'll be requiring anything else for the moment.
What is that gentleman by himself? What is he drinking?
I believe Delrid is drinking some ale tonight.
Some ale?
Would you like to buy him around?
I would.
Just water.
Would you like me to send it over, or prefer that you deliver it yourself?
No, you can send it over.
Very well.
Since he's by himself and all.
Just a...
Maybe he's looking at you like he's
Mug?
looking at you.
Yeah, like you look at it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like he's looking at you.
Don't piece of pale ass. Over.
You went there.
Calm your hammer.
It's a very horny tale tonight. Yeah. So, as a few minutes go by, and then you see her bringing a mug of frothy beer over to him and sets it down, and she kind of like gestures over and points to you. You kind of like,
I just...
cheers.
And then I go back to picking up my fruit.
You see them have like a small like exchange of words before she kind of like goes back to her position. He sends it back. He kind of like
I'm an alcoholic. You just
pushes his chair out, stands up from the table, walks over to you guys, standing over your table now with his beer. Do I know you?
I just saw you sitting there by yourself and figured I would send a nice gesture over.
the olive branch.
Much appreciated. Mind if I sit?
So
Go ahead. Grab a
Chair
step.
sits down. Cheers.
New cruel character. New cruel.
New boyfriend.
So what brings you here by yourself?
Don't tell us.
Business. Tracking some individuals.
Oh,
I noticed your
those of individual background.
King's Guild brooch.
Yes, of course. No, it's just typical. Few individuals who are on the naughty list.
Should we be worried?
Perhaps. If you've
Are they
seen them.
dangerous?
Oh, one of them has committed a few foul crimes, least of which is murder. Some soldiers of the nation, no less.
And you think they're here?
Well, possibly. We've been tracked crossing the bridge, and since through the woods, we were able to discover. Anyway,
Discover-
through help of. Anyway, it's
Not cruel.
never business for
Oh.
such help of yourself.
That was in the safe gates of these walls. Ah,
Damn sure.
You do look familiar. I haven't seen very many tieflings around. Did I see you in the fire?
No, yes,
A
we
few weeks
came.
ago.
I came with my lady here on a ship. We were
The breath
yes.
would be the only ship to come in for sure. And
It's for sure.
you may know perhaps the individuals we seek.
Is that? I didn't spend too much time with the, other than with my lady
Into
here.
his thing, kind of pulls out a few crumpled up pieces of paper and rolls one out. Does this look familiar? And slides it across the table. It's a very crudely drawn picture of Usk.
there's plenty of those around here.
Oh, yeah. This
Awesome.
one defining feature here, and he points to the eye.
It
got
does.
you.
It does look vaguely
We gotta change that.
familiar, slightly.
We just need
I
I don't recognize. I mean,
Should we
they
both-
all look the same.
Both roll me deception checks.
Sorry, you're gonna have to sell it. Oh, fuck me.
Maybe that will work.
You maybe go fuck up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fuck him.
Maybe you should.
Yeah, that's
Maybe.
I gotta go fuck him.
What was it?
19.
10, okay.
I'm so sorry.
Do the bend and snap. Do the bend and snap.
My lady was in her quarters for most of the journey. Didn't really want to.
I was quite ill. Foul disease.
Seemed like looking her up and down for a moment and kind of questioning that. Roll me persuasion check, Barrett.
Be money, be money, be money.
Persuasion would be a
It's bread and butter, right?
18.
Oh. Is it good enough?
I've done with the wits.
What is that?
Intriguing. You say you haven't seen this individual.
No, I'm saying I've seen him around the ship when he came in with us.
Not on land, though.
Not recently past the first day or so around.
Not at Fort George at all.
I was never at Fort George.
Deception check.
Oh my god.
Boy, they do.
Barrett was never at Fort George. He was disguised as an officer.
You were there, but you were disguised, so it is a
Boy,
lie.
they do know behind me there.
They've been hunting you down, what?
But just you.
He's only murdered.
And is plus 6 and 21.
Oh,
Pretty good.
He was only murdered.
just you.
I know, I don't think.
Interesting.
Well, Kushagra isn't murdered.
So what are you doing in Castle Avondale, I suppose?
Well, we just making the trip to the castle and more or less just getting a lay of the land since the trek is so arduous.
Where to, then?
We don't really have a we're more or less on a what's the word, I'm trying to think of the word, a pilgrimage of sorts.
Religious sorts.
I am a cleric.
Oh? Of whom?
Yeah.
I mean, deception check for one, but also we're not sure if you're gonna
Like that.
Want me to deception check for?
Olga.
Deception check.
Yeah.
And I'm a servant in her service.
Hmm.
17.
Looking to become paladin or something.
Yes.
Not many
I'm
worshippers
looking
of
into it.
Fae out here.
And then I let the paladin shirt.
Oh, you mind if I see that?
Are you wanting to become one?
No.
Then why would you want to see it?
Your wrist.
Can you read
Is it written in Elvish, right?
that? Mm-hmm.
Flips through it a little bit. Nothing but Elvish gibberish, is it?
When you say gibberish,
Well, blessed be those who can read it, I suppose. Must be quite scholarly.
Lost on my ears.
I wonder if you might be able to place another individual I'm looking for.
No, if I can.
There's the other foot.
Yeah. There's the other shoe.
He just basically described I'm looking for a tabaxi. Gray fur.
I'm going to say female, but it's like,
I was like, I've seen a tabaxi on the ship.
Yes.
Was a female.
He also came in on the breath.
He?
Yes, a Kushagra is his name. The other one is Husk.
I forgot about that.
I'll never.
I've got the one.
They seem to be at least in cahoots of some kind, from what I can gather.
That's strange.
We were able to recover some tracks.
Two boys.
The two of them paired together outside near the city, where we found another deceased
We
individual
switch. Me and you.
Outside
in the
of the city?
woods. First fire.
Oh, that's. Is this seem to be a trend?
Perhaps I wasn't there specifically. My counterparts. Asked Riera to come up and join me, but she's not here yet. I feel like she's sniffing out the tracks, perhaps.
Dig a deep hole.
Well, hopefully you track them down.
If you're interested in earning some coin, I might be able to reward you if you have any information that would lead us to the capture of these individuals. A word is requested with this Kushagra. I feel like there's some ironing out to do between him and the authorities, the royals, that
On the
is.
hot iron.
Not my, but he is to be
The
captured
royal.
alive is my specifics. And Husk, it seems, is due for the death penalty either way, so dead or alive is requested.
It'd be difficult to kill a creature like that.
Difficult? Yes, so it seems. He's claimed the lives of several soldiers of Avonlea already. Only a matter of time before he strikes again.
Oh,
I'm sorry to hear. Hopefully we're all safe again.
It's not uncommon for these creatures to be bloodlustly if they have not been properly raised
The fire.
from a youngling. See some of them around town here if you've been to the Lizard Lips or the mines. We employ them quite heavily. As well as some of the traders use them as horses instead if they're quite strong.
Yes.
Easy to manage.
Don't wear down as easy.
Oh,
well,
very-
in our travels, like I would feel like Swamp Town would be a place for beasts like those to congregate to.
I've never seen the lizards travel through Swamp Town so much as I've seen them in the Sephiroth swamps. Beyond the Shadow Woods.
Are they vicious there?
In numbers, but they typically keep to themselves if they can. There was a time when they were more aggressive, but I feel like they've since learned that lesson. The authoritative hand of the Avondale army can be strong.
Indeed.
At least under the leadership of
Okay.
General Badar.
Bidet?
Badar.
Sounds like me.
He oversees all operations.
Is it like Cadell?
And is he based out of here?
Most of the time, yes. If he's not here, he'd be on the front lines. But I believe Sergeant Kodal is on the front lines at the moment. It's likely he'd be in town.
Well, if I do see anything, where shall I find you?
Well, I'll be staying here for the time being, but it'd be important information if you can't find me. Most likely, best place to bring it to the barracks, or if you can get into the inner keep. The attention of some of the guards there.
All right.
How does one
Show up at 9 a.m.
How does one run afoul with the royals?
And we're just like, maybe.
Well,
Roll me a persuasion check.
Ooh.
All right, let's do this.
that is a
Star, rise and shine.
I'll be taking that coin purse.
It seems as though this individual had stolen something valuable, or seemingly so, from what it was claimed. A few elven individuals that were met upon the ship. Seen them around First Fire. Not exactly sure their business. They've done no foul. However, they informed the princess while aboard the Breath of the Arga that the object in question was quite dangerous. Some sort of evil within it. She had laid claim to this. Claimed it as her own, as one should of her authority. Any such power in the hands of anyone other than the royal family would be deemed dangerous to the local populace.
You don't say.
The object itself had been recovered.
oh, that's good.
There seems to be some mystery surrounding it still. Some clarification is what is required from my understanding. Conversations, bare minimum. That is why he must be brought in alive.
Ah,
It's just a fucking sword.
And if dead,
Giant shit just doesn't move.
though I would not put it into the priest's hands to speak with the dead in this work of necromancy.
This our conversation is the most ironic thing that happened.
I know, it's like absurd.
why he would be searchable? But I heard whispers of the.
Oh my Christ.
I actually didn't.
Did you not?
Whispers around the edge of town.
I was gonna say on the ship while we were
A little more on those.
While we were there, that
Yes.
something was found.
I believe these tabacs seem to be in cahoots, as one was found aboard the ship and the captain had placed her in a less favorable circumstance to survive, let's say, from my account.
And he just left her to die. Thieves have no honor.
It seems.
You didn't steal, remember? That was your whole thing.
Anyways, I appreciate the drink, of course.
I know.
Well, we appreciate the heads up. We don't want to come across those. I mean,
If you do have
in a
find
dangerous setting.
information, my name is
course.
David. I'm of the King's Guild, of course. We will be paid otherwise, but it is more important that this individual be captured anyways. Any information, bring it to the nearest authority you can find.
Of course. It's been a pleasure.
Pleasure, my lady.
It's not the ring that I have that, or not the hand I have that ring on either, by the way.
It's funny, most,
No, I have it like flipped around.
most wince at my appearance, and I appreciate this. Thank you.
Well,
The scar.
You couldn't be my boyfriend, please stop clean.
I don't think
Oh,
it's.
you and I can go in there.
As I like touch it, I'm like, I don't think it's bad.
Oh no.
It has
See where this dragon,
character.
battle wounds?
an orc blade,
Oh.
vicious dragon.
There was rumors of them coming from near the winery, wasn't there?
Not that I've heard.
Oh. That's just rumors that we've heard while traveling.
I haven't heard these rumors.
Oh.
Barrett.
You guys can roll me a check as well.
Hey, to be just answer, I have to
Hey,
say.
girl.
15.
He died about that last thing he just said.
Sis.
Not knowing,
Nope, stand it.
about not knowing about
But
what
not knowing what the orcs coming down from the winery?
That's correct.
Oh, I'm glad they're just
Right.
rumors set upon just a
Rumors are just rumors.
yes.
People talk when they're afraid. Let's talk about that.
Yeah.
Rumors are just rumors.
one eye open.
The rumors of other things that are best kept quiet.
Indeed.
You were on the ship.
Mm.
And you were attacked.
Yeah, there's a mutiny?
The dragon.
Oh.
Something.
Which?
Oh.
Which guy?
That
The beast of the
Yeah,
mountain.
I'm like, you have to be more specific.
I've seen something. It was so it happened so fast, and I was down in the ship, just hiding.
What do you know of this beast of the mountain?
He, nothing but flies and dominates the land and the skies.
You see it often.
I've seen it once, many years ago.
So it doesn't come down to the village.
He's never visited them in my years, my 40 years here. But I once saw it when I was crossing the King's Bridge. It soared over the lake, darkened the skies. And my heart dropped from fear. Such a beast could not exist. Nation. And yet it is so.
Do you know what brought it to the lake?
I hope never to find.
But it's a good thing we're going in the opposite direction then, my lady.
Yes.
You're heading through the woods. My advice would be to stay on the path. Many folk go missing. Keep good company with you and much of it.
Great company.
I try to protect my lady the best I can.
You're an honorable trait. Best of luck to you both.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Hope to be talking
There,
with you
just
soon,
the door,
hopefully on better circumstances.
If there's any information that I find out, I'll come straight to you.
My lady. See him pass by the pianist afterwards. He gets up, dropping coins into the jar, and you hear them kind of see him like a little wave to her before he goes and heads upstairs.
Well, that was interesting.
Quite the individual.
It seems that word has gotten here, but not to the general.
And I. The piano's still going, right? Okay.
So it seems like the word has gotten out, but not to the general public about
A
Kushagra
lot of things.
and Kushagra.
Well, the guild is after them, so that's.
Isn't that good?
It's a good thing we're not planning on,
Walking in.
I know.
Sleep comfortably tonight.
Well,
Tomorrow's gonna be a different story.
Remember, they want hoops, not
Right.
they want
they want who's
I am Goose, his very handsome brother who looks exactly like him.
We're all getting the same. There's goose.
Different.
Yes, I just got this. What if this was? I
Freshman?
happened today.
Yeah.
Hey, you got my chance right
Should have seen
now.
the
Blood around it. I'm gonna douse some blood on there.
freaking owl came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it seems pretty
Took
good.
my eye.
And I'm a slightly older gray tabaxi. Very, very different. Also, I don't really know that my teeth are gone. It's like he hit me from behind.
Yeah, he doesn't really know that.
What? I don't remember what happened. I was down.
He like scooped you up and
As
was like,
soon as-
"Don't fucking move,"
as
and then you
soon as-
immediately ran
Yeah.
away.
He might not he might not even 100% realize that.
Anyways,
His attention
Yeah, I
was like Romani's pull Whisper's Edge and fucking
I was like,
don't
is it, are
move.
his hands still on me? You're like, no. I'm like, okay, then I run.
Yeah, he like pulled you up and was like, okay,
Don't
he's
move.
bound,
Get it
he's
together.
dying, fucking stand there, turns
I
around for
run.
1 second.
Help me, Jesus.
Help me, Jewish God.
That's sort of the baby. It's just like.
So as he like
I
leaves the
swear,
table,
there's not fucking guys.
which comes back over to the table, kind of like, would you like another round? How are you doing for drinks at the moment? How much wine is there? You have a jug, so.
I mean, I think
Like Among Us.
I'm okay for wine right now.
Then we're still.
Very good.
Do you have any cheese?
No.
Cheese shop.
Fruit and vegetables.
What is this, a cheese factory?
No, they
Would have gone quite nicely with the wine, but.
possibly, but the fruit should go well. Leaves the table. Starts going over the other tables.
How weird how a lot of that kind of converged on one conversation.
That love of irony.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that just proves that she hasn't fully realized that the sword is a fake.
damn, she does.
What, this sword?
Wait!
What was that?
Yeah.
Shall we finish up and.
I think they were supposed to come get us at 9.
Yeah, I think.
I think it might be better to
Let's.
go get them.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think that's a good idea.
So now I can sleep peacefully.
Slip a note to the bartender. Meet us at the barracks.
Are you actually?
No.
Oh, no, we can't even go inside.
I'm gonna turn them in immediately.
What do you need for?
You're good pay. Fucking hilarious.
What do you think?
Here's your 20 gold.
I'm like, yes. All right. Well,
kind of connection.
these two are so. I'll up to that.
Okay.
Ready? Yeah.
So you head to the bar. So you owe 8 gold, 3 silver, 4 copper.
Ever split? You want to split that?
Sure.
We often do not go Dutch. It's usually just one of us being like, yeah, whatever.
Keeps it
I mean,
simple.
8 gold is quite a bit.
Oh, was it? Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's nice wine.
So.
Kind of a judge. I got the rooms, I got the food. And
Hey, man.
drinks.
I'm your sugar mama right now.
No, mama got me.
I don't like gold. I don't like everybody saying shit about you.
I'm melting down.
Makes me upset.
Yeah.
I feel like
You gotta bring home
only free walking
Huge
free
mistake.
man who's
A big mistake.
How much total was it? 8 gold.
3 silver, 4 copper.
free man.
8, 3, 4.
Free lizard.
I'm down to do this.
So as you guys divide your tab, how do you
Minus
see fit? Are you
pillaging and murdering.
afterwards? What's the next plan?
I
I'll
want.
talk.
Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to see
How much are you giving her?
what kind of coins are in there.
See, several coppers, silvers, a few gold
Now
coins.
she's objecting.
Gauging maybe about 16 to 20 gold for maybe less actually.
I want to be like Tim, Lord of the Lizard Folk.
I give a silver and a silver.
No, it's anything particular.
Sorry?
So,
Go to the swamp.
Yes.
I'll affect the biggest lizard.
Do you know Timdell here?
That's it.
That sounds wonderful. Yeah.
something for the couple, perhaps. I've got something in mind. And he plays a love song. So he begins to play a love song.
Love it's a lullaby.
I love a lullaby. How about that?
She called them a couple.
She begins to play a low
Well,
love
we're now bound by blood and the sword.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's heading up to the room though, and
No, I'm gonna kind of stand by the piano a little bit more and listen.
she does play, and
I go up and go to sleep.
okay. So as you watch down, eventually, like how long do you want to watch? Because she will finish her set eventually.
I'm gonna put in 10 gold.
Okay. Wow.
Don't
Won't give
like,
me money
you
for
hear
the
that
Earth.
Yeah, right?
Really
Put 10 gold in, reaching
And
for some
she kind of
change.
like misses a note at that and looks at you and
Making me look like a cheap ass.
And keep playing.
keeps playing. Yeah. Good point of
I owe you
inspiration.
now.
Tell you to stop.
Take that back.
It's been a while since I've seen a piano, and even longer since I could have played so well.
Do you play?
Used to.
Oh. Would you like to?
Yeah.
The keys are a bit worn, but it's well tuned.
I don't want to take. I don't want to intrude.
Please, I play every night.
Dashable.
She just slides down the bench actually, so you sit next to her.
I said that my tail kind of flips.
Cute. like your tails in a suit, but yeah.
Tails. Nice. You begin to play.
It's gonna.
Roll me a performance check.
I'm just trying.
Oh, I really.
Finding my.
Really. That's cute.
He just knows ugly tavern songs.
Yeah, you like find your place on the keys and like okay.
That is a 19 on dice. So
Oh yeah, that's good.
You're
How many rolls
24.
man?
You strike a couple of keys, like finding your place. Ding dong, ding dong. She kind of like, before you just flutter your hands across the board, like.
Of course you had that.
Nice.
Oh, man. That's fucking.
Nice play once or twice.
As she's
Roses
like,
of May. This is for Final Fantasy IX.
Yeah.
you are fantastic.
My mother taught me.
She taught you very well. Keep playing. I don't know this one. It's your dad's favorite singer. Is it about anything?
My mother taught me it. She played it for her partner at their wedding.
It is a beautiful song. Perhaps if you come back, you can teach it to me.
I'd like that.
Every night. When I'm done. Perhaps.
Is there a pianist?
Yes. Whatever her name, I cannot remember.
Ariane.
Ariane.
No, that's her name.
Here,
Oh,
Ariana Grande.
so aggressive.
Are they like patron or
Yeah, Miss Romanova.
Oh, right.
A little bit later afterwards.
Oh my
I mean, we could play tonight if you like.
Sure, I'd enjoy that.
Going after and taking.
I'm going to go and ask her if that's okay. You keep playing.
I continue playing, kind of skip more in the middle with for the whole keyboard.
Now with the whole keyboard at your disposal, you see her go over and discuss her, and you see like a little head nod, and she comes back. It's fine. We can play till 10.
Perfect.
So as you guys are playing the piano together for like 2 or 3 hours.
With me kind of like showing her the melody keys.
Oh, cute.
As like the room
Hugo
softly, like people begin to leave quietly. You see a few coins get dropped into the coin jar every so often. As eventually the room is empty and it's just the chandelier over top of the piano and all other lights are dark. And you're sitting there and with Miranda.
Oh, yeah. She sounds hot, man.
Yeah.
Yes. Blonde, very thin, freckles. Checking boxes here. You see her hands cross over yours on occasion. She kind of, sorry.
She thinks he's a taken man.
After about an hour or so, she's like, I think we need just a moment. She goes, reaches behind the bar, pulls a bottle out. Don't worry, this is mine. Sort of.
Oh.
Tis now.
It's the emergency bottle.
Puts it over in front of you.
I didn't take
Begins
it.
to play a little bit.
I usually don't
I can't remember. Were you showing me this part? This part? Like going over the last little bits here. As you spend another hour or two drinking a bit of wine until the end of the bottle, she gets a little tiny drunk. Kind of like opening up a bit. So where are you from?
All over. I'm mainland.
Mainland. Amazing.
Traveled a lot.
I can't imagine. I'm born here, raised here.
Oh, really?
As with many, it's not uncommon.
Yeah.
I do wish to see the mainland someday.
Hmm.
People who come from there say that it is here that is the worthy place to come and see, but
Well,
all I've
grass
seen
is always greener.
that's very true. I wouldn't know. All I've seen is the inside of these walls most of my life. It's dangerous out there. Better to stay alive inside the walls than to die outside of them.
Yeah, but if you're in captivity, is it really living?
I am free to practice my art and perfect it.
Mhm.
Meet interesting individuals like yourself.
You play beautifully.
Thank you. Gonna like, Are you staying here?
Yes.
Tell her about her whispering.
You're whispering.
I'm accompanying my lady on her travels.
Oh, you are together.
Lady.
I'm her personal assistant servant.
Oh,
I'm
she pays you.
no, but I'm in her service. I'm in her service.
See, complicated. Sure.
Mhm.
Well, I suppose it's getting late and should go home.
Do you stay in the castle walls?
Yes, I live down the road with my mother and father.
Oh,
Down to road.
Oh, wait, okay, whoa.
Red flag, red flag.
Red flag. Oh, she's 17.
Go up to bed.
thank you.
I'm disgusting. All right, down you go.
So,
Put the ball down.
kind of more higher class, like
I suppose, yes. They're both in their later years now, and
Regret my actions.
Who is Mommy and Daddy? Doesn't
There-
mean,
yeah, her parents.
doesn't mean she's not
Later.
14.
Barrett is not.
She's 14.
No, I'm.
She's her own woman.
Woman's at least 18 years old.
Legal.
She's in her like mid 20s. Yeah.
Totally legal.
You
Totally legal.
Totally.
Older than me.
Anyway, she's like, yes. Oh. Stumbles a little bit.
Oh,
I think I drank a little bit too much. She stumbles into you a little bit.
I gotta put my arms on her lower back and waist. Are you okay?
There's like the moment where you guys look very close, like almost nose to nose. She kind of like, I should go.
No, she wants you.
Do you want me to walk you home? I got a little bit before I have to be asleep.
Sure. Can walk me home.
I like
I
that.
might follow the woods.
Don't want you to hit me. I don't want you. I don't want to hurt your head and you to hurt your hands.
Come, it's just this way. Pulls you a little bit by the collar. She takes you around the corner. She goes, so you're staying upstairs?
Yeah, I have a room
You're
upstairs.
going down, Barrett.
You have your own room upstairs?
I do. Would you like to come up for a drink?
There we
Yeah,
go.
I thought you'd never ask.
No, not that kind.
And she kind of like,
Go up.
hold on, and grabs her tip jar and like puts a few coins out, puts them on the bar counter and like slides them underneath and grabs another bottle. Don't worry.
It says grow. I love
This is funny.
You paid for it?
Oh, I suppose some of these earnings are yours.
No, those are all yours.
Technically, but
Thank you.
It's paying for tonight, yeah.
aw.
Come on.
As she pulls you upstairs into your room.
I unlock the door.
And
Come on.
And you guys proceed inside.
That's good enough for me.
Is there an open window with a curtain?
Can
blowing
Davina,
the breeze?
There's a balcony to each of the rooms are all actually
that she runs out of after she stabs him?
Apparently nail it to her.
I'll get to the good part. About the kissing stuff.
So, finish a bottle of wine, enjoy some company throughout the evening.
It's like that scene in Community when the dad doesn't describe the scene.
Can Davina?
Yada yada yada. I know it's not.
Yeah.
I mentioned the bit.
Davina doesn't your show.
What'd
She's
you roll?
meditating.
What?
Oh yeah, you are out.
One.
You had a bit of wine. You lost a lot of blood. You're like,
You feeling
meditating good tonight.
No, Lucian meditating. I'm just
You're dead.
I love that trope.
That's a pretty good spot for us to end.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that was good.
Yes, way to get it.
Nice.
Good job, Barrett, finally. After a week.
Many-World Masters' Heart of Mora is recorded in Chibuktuk, in Mi'kmahi, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the Treaties of Peace and Friendship, which recognizes Mi'kmaq and Wolastoqiyik title and establishes rules for what is to be an ongoing relationship between nations. We are all treaty people, and proudly support working and cooperating together to create a peaceful community where we can all live our best adventure.